Hello everyone! We're finally back to Anarchy in Lunaris. It's been a few weeks for us. We stopped playing a little bit and used that time to do level 14 fights, level 12 fights to test out the game mechanics with stronger level characters, and now we are back to our regular game. So, small refresher, real quick, as to the current scenario, what is at stakes and everything, before we start. Let's stop that music. So, the last game we had started. We had started current scenario, which is a scenario where your mission is to protect not Lug, but Rifle, your old friend. What's happening is that for some reason a Valkyrie is after your friend. Valkyries, as you've learned through the small amount of research that you've done, are creatures who are sent to kill usually necromancers, creatures who've overstayed their lifespan and who've either used necromancy or, in the case of Rifle, transfer of consciousness in order to survive for longer than their natural life cycle should allow. You've found that Rifle is currently in the Delacroix Manor, and that the Delacroix are organizing a party for Rifle's consciousness transfer, and that all of the nobility is of Crankfurt is invited. You have destroyed one of the undead birds that was carrying the one of those invitation letters, and you currently have this invitation letter that you could use to try to get into the party. You've also uncovered a couple of strange things about the Valkyrie. They are known as the uncontrollable undead because they can choose to be either considered a natural creature or an undead, depending on whether an effect would benefit them as an undead or as a natural creature instead. And so they can't be controlled either by necromancy or by summoning powers. You've also learned that they are that the one thing that they cannot do apparently is kill someone before this person's lifespan, a natural lifespan, has reached its end, and that if they do so by accident during their hunts, they must share their life with this person to keep them alive. And last of all, you've learned that Walter's mother has suggested that he go into this mission without his armor and without his shield and protect Rifle with his life. So Lug is not going to be here during this game, still gonna be missing. Instead, I'm gonna give you Rifle back. You are you should be able to, you should still be able to control the character sheet. Lug has made some definitive progress and now knows all of the 80 necromancy spells that are available to Gnosis, to low Gnosis creatures without using high magic. And you've been training for this while your new body has been grown. The ceremony is tonight. You're finally going to get the chance to go back to your old body and use this opportunity to murder the person who has caused you all of this trouble. Your current master, the Luther de la Croix, and unfortunately, you know nothing about the Valkyrie coming to kill you or your friends trying to rescue you. You're just intent on fulfilling that fulfilling that mission, and then escaping, hopefully. Alright, so we begin today's game as the players all assemble inside of, well, as 3 of the players assemble inside of your hidden base, this completely abandoned manor or hotel, and you gather around. You're making plans for how you're going to get either into the party or into the manor before the party. You've seen that it's guarded by different types of undead. Some of them are really weird. I think I mentioned the sculpture that was made only out of fingers and things like this. So you're together, you're making plans in the manor. How are you going to proceed this evening when the sun sets, or beforehand?
Any plans?
I thought we were gonna destroy the wall and sneak in. Did you guys want to join?
Destroy the what?
The wall.
The wall. Like, you wanted me to destroy the wall, and then we just...
The wall. Which wall?
I mean, there's a giant perimeter wall, and you just wanted me to destroy a section of it to get in. More.
Oh, this thing. We can't teleport in. Can we teleport behind the wall?
I believe not. I haven't tried it, but I would assume,
Right.
given the city.
Above the wall and fall into the. I'm kidding. Oh, see here. We said we wanted to do this just a little bit. The big show is happening, right?
You might want to do it while the party is happening or before the party is happening. It's up to you. Rifle, in order to okay, so what you're suggesting might interfere with the transfer.
Yep.
And cause it and cancel the transfer altogether. Do you still want to? You still want to go ahead with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Technically, it could work since the thing you're casting it on is technically soulless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's so at least one of you has a plan, but it's not the people planning for the mission right now. Okay.
It is Ron's job to break things. We know what happens when Ron makes the plan.
Yeah. So currently, from what you know, the Delacroix Manor is enchanted, so it blocks off energy, and teleporting inside would be impossible. Now, it should be possible once inside to teleport from place to place if the walls of each individual room haven't been enchanted to prevent somebody from teleporting from one room to the next and things like this. You don't know how much security they've invested in protecting this manor. At the very least, inside of a room, you should be able to teleport wherever you want in that room.
How tall are these walls?
How tall are the walls? So the manor, as you can see, the perimeter is okay. So there's this garden around the entire manor, shaped kind of like a labyrinth, and this is sort of like the outside wall. It's about as tall as Walter. So basically, like Walter, when you reach up with your hand, you can kind of see over the hedge. Most of those plants, as you've seen, have like dark, dead leaves. And apart from that, the manor's walls themselves are regular sized. They're planned for like the possibility of 12 Italas or even giants, but not like overly large. They're not like cathedral-esque in trying to be impressive.
So this wall right here, we can just sort of jump over, like hop over. But there are walls behind it that are much taller.
Well, like the ones that you see on the map, but like this one you could not jump over, but you could climb over definitely. And these ones, well, you know, this is obviously made out of glass. You could break through it. Even the ones that aren't made out of glass, you could potentially break through. But the question is, do you want to sneak in? Do you want to pretend to be guests, or do you want to just brute force your way in and kill everything in your path?
I would just like to say that I can jump 10 feet from standing, so I could definitely get over these walls.
All right.
But however, that's only if that's the plan, is to just jump in there and do our things. Maybe I could shadow. You can probably too. You wouldn't be seen. Oh man, that would only leave Vaughn to just walk through and schmooze with people. But I don't think that's a good idea. Is Vaughn good at hiding? I forget. Is Vaughn good at stealth?
I have hide, but I don't have stealth. And if I remember, it's not. But it's not.
Well, okay, here we go. So, Vaughn, you can hide. You can put an illusion on yourself. Shadow, you're not going to be seen. Me, I have stealth, but only in an emergency situation. So, me going in there now is going to alert everyone. So, I have two options, and it depends on what you guys think would be better. Vaughn, if you want to, you could spend another part of your psychic power to make me look like something I'm not, and then I could just walk in the front door. Or, Shadow.
Yeah.
If you could get in there really quick and find what you think would be a good spot for me to just camp out once we're behind the walls and we can be teleported everywhere, then you can act as our scout. You might have Vaughn with you.
Vaughn says illusions don't work on the undead mind. My.
I didn't know that. In that case, I guess it's probably going to be most of it.
What the? Okay, sorry. Hold on. Roll20 is doing a thing. Every time that I type, it's saying that I'm typing as rifle.
Okay, I was wondering about that.
Okay.
Oh, you changed it at the bottom, maybe?
Yeah. It changed on its own.
Okay.
Okay, that was weird. Sorry, everyone. Back to the game now.
Yeah. All right. And so I've asked this a million times. Vaughn, you cannot speak to Shadow in his mind, right? You cannot communicate with him.
I can. I can't find him if I don't know where he is because he doesn't want me.
Well, if you
can just connect to me.
I could, but it's very difficult. Actually,
just connect to me now.
I think what she means is that she can only connect you very, very briefly.
If you maintain the power with one of your innate maintain slots, you wouldn't need to know where Shadow is in order to stay connected.
I would have to know what. I don't know that power, so.
You don't know telepathy?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know the mental communication.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Okay, that's what I figured. Let's see. How else? The only other way I could think to do this would be if you allow her to figure out where you are, you could then give us some other kind of signal when you found Rifle. We could hop the wall, she could teleport us to you, and then we could make a daring escape based on what horrible little information we have.
Question. Can I see the difference between matrices from different people?
Sometimes yes. Vand, do you have any specific mental patterns?
Yes, I have courage.
Okay. So give me 1 second. That changes the. So that would make the Van's matrices look a certain way. Courage. Blah blah blah.
It's
I mean,
straight lines, I think.
yeah, a mentalist with this pattern has matrices that are large and made up of straight lines. So it's very like angular, and it's like Van's powers tend to be very big in terms of like the size that they take.
Okay.
So you would be able to recognize Van's mental patterns from most other people, unless it was someone else who had the courage the mental pattern. And if it was that, I would need you to make probably a notice check in order to like differentiate between like in order to recognize that it's not the same pattern.
So, Shadow will knock on the floor and a beat of 3 and say, I can tell yours from your psychic energy from most other people, but just in case, send out your psychic wave in this pattern.
Is that something I can do?
So like your a pattern as in like go as in like a repeating sort of signal before.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yes, that is something that you could do. You could try to use your potential to shape your matrices in a certain way like this. Yes.
Okay, and tell him I'll try to. I say, yeah, I can possibly.
Alright.
But only use it twice and then switch to this one.
Okay, so you come up with a code in order to make sure that that Shadow like only accepts mental powers from a specific source. Nice idea. What do you do? Okay, so is that the entire plan?
Okay. Let's do the rundown one more time. So, I'll break in, find a place for Clank Clank to hole up, and
Hopefully locate a rifle.
yeah.
And then when you think you have a good opportunity, we'll try to keep contact with you. You'll signal us somehow.
Yes.
Do you have any idea how?
I will resist the fairy, and then I'll resist the fairy and this signal pattern.
So one thing that you could do is, for example, have a sort of timer and try to contact Shadow every 5 minutes.
That would really quickly drain our psychic points, though.
I mean, if he knows he's being followed, he gets like a resistance check every once in a while. So he could choose to fail the resistance checks, and we could just know where he's at the whole time.
Yep, that's an option.
If Shadow wants me to know where he's at, he can let me know. He just chooses not to.
So, using that, you could make your presence known as soon as you found Rifle, and communicate, and hence communicate to them that you're ready.
There's always the possibility that he'll accidentally fumble, but that's okay. This sounds like a better plan than what I had.
Well, I was thinking we could know where he's at the whole time, and the signal is he starts resisting, but we already know where he's at because I've known him where he's at the whole time. Like when he's ready, he'll stop resisting, and I'll just teleport to where he's at.
Alright, and then there is still the problem that you... Okay, so your plan will be to break into the manor, like go through the wall, and then teleport inside of the manor where he is, find Rifle, escape back out the same way you came in, right?
Yes.
Okay. If everyone is good with this plan, shall we get started?
Yep.
If worse comes to worse, I could read Rifle's mind while I have a connection and see where.
Okay. Alright. In this case, yeah. Oh, here we go. Alright. Okay. Let's get started. So, so are you going to go before the party happens?
Just like I wanted a couple of hours before the party is set to start, so that like they're probably getting Rifle set up or out of where his hiding hole is right now.
All right, that is fair. So you're arriving 2 hours early, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you make your way to the manor. The sun is barely set. Like the sun is barely setting behind the clouds as darkness and shrouds the land. As you reach the manor, the bells of Frankfurt ring below you, signaling the end of the current shift, and you hear the bustling and shuffling of workers finally escaping their 8-hour shift in order to head back to their beds. You make your way to the Delacroix Manor, and you see that there is quite a lot of security. It's been heightened a little bit since your last visit when you picked off one of the undead birds. So there's quite a few undead creatures that have been dressed in more ceremonial types of armor around the manor, and a couple of the undead cops that are just like there as a sort of reserve. Everything is a lot of things have been made to look much nicer, and in the background you can hear a troupe of basically like undead musicians that are playing that are rehearsing their the numbers they're going to be performing tonight. Some of them don't even look human at all. One, like the undead that is playing the piano is just a sort of floating brain with nerve tendrils connected to fingers that is hovering over the piano and just pressing the different keys. Yeah, and like you can see those in the background from where you are standing. Sneaking in might be a little bit difficult with the heightened security, but Shadow is a master of sneaking in when necessary. So, how do you plan to sneak in, Shadow?
I want to sneak in over the wall.
Okay. And then, all right. Do you have any sense of where you'd like to try to go? Basically, like you can see that the main entrance of the manor is leading into this vast hall that has been like prepared and decorated for the main event, and you think that's like farther parts of the manor might not be used for tonight's event, but might still be guarded. So, is where where are you trying to go to?
I want to go probably about halfway between the main gate and the really isolated parts that won't be part of the party.
Alright. So we're going to say that the main entrance is this thing right here, and that the main hall is this glass hall right there, and the more and what seem to be the more isolated parts of the building are towards here. So you're heading towards this mechanical looking part around here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make first a climb check to get over the wall. The difficulty is 40. You shouldn't have that much of a problem. And then a stealth check at a very high difficulty. I think I'm gonna put it at with the heightened security. I'm going to put it at probably 320 to not be spotted by anyone. If you succeed by more than 280, only one creature is going to spot you. Oh, okay. So you are able to climb, no problem. It's not going to give you any penalties for your stealth check. So yeah, if you do under 320 and above 280, one creature will spot you, but you will have the chance to deal with that creature before the alarm is raised. So go ahead and roll. Yep.
It's night again, right?
Yes, it is night. You are getting some bonuses to your roll. Give me 1 second. I think the bonuses of cover is like plus 30 or something. Actually, technically, undead wouldn't have that much of a penalty because of darkness, because their senses are kind of weird.
I was asking for my my thing.
Yeah, the sun just set, so it is night. Yes. Okay. There are. Yeah, I'm giving you a plus 20 to account for the hiding places in the shadows. Yeah, so you get a plus 20 to your stealth check. Go ahead and roll. Ooh, yeah, you pass the whole difficulty by 10. So you sneak your way inside, past the different guards. You spot quite a few that like are on very mechanical backs and forths, and you're able to anticipate exactly when they're going to be turning around from you, how much time it's going to take you to walk through the hallways. You open some windows, close them back extremely silently. You sneak your way into different rooms, hide inside of not cupboards, but like pantries and things like this, and you start to look around. So this part of the manor that you've entered is very mechanical, sturdy, and it looks like it was built. It's not very well decorated. It's sort of like dark and gloomy, kind of like a dungeon. And you see a lot of stairwells that are heading deeper into the tower below. And you spot a lot of strange runes that are fizzling with magical energies. You could, if you have points in that skill, you could roll for a call to try to determine what those runes are for. If you don't, your character just...
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, you have no idea. All right. You know it's magical, and you know that it permeates a lot of the different walls of this structure. So yeah, you are able to hide perfectly and make your way towards a little bit more towards where the party is, and you find yourself in a back room. Through the slit of the door, you can see the light pouring in from the main hall, where the music is still being rehearsed, and where you hear Luther Delacroix giving orders to different undead, prepare things in a very specific way. So you are very close to this danger, and there, in the darkness of this room, on a comfy pillow, you see Rifle just laying there, and probably under a sort of like polished glass. It takes you a second to recognize Rifle because it has been cleaned, it has been polished. It's more elegant than you've ever seen that sword. Rifle, are you connected to anything that can sense around you, or are you using your detection spell?
I don't know if I would have been. If I would let Luther connect with me, like as with.
Okay.
I forgot the name of this character. Walter. Sorry. So no, I don't think so. I think it will be more of a detection spell.
Okay, in this case, I am going to need you to specify how much the magical resistance is, and Shadow.
Yep.
Once you enter the field of detection of Rifle, you try to resist this this detection spell.
Oh. I think this is the one. Yep. So it is. Yeah. I guess.
Is it a daily
Rifle.
Is it a daily maintain or a constant maintain?
No. It's one that I would use my innate magic to.
Got it.
So yeah, if the stats of Rifle are the same as before, it would be basic. So it's about 60 feet and 120 of magic resistance.
Okay. Shadow, do you try to resist being detected? Shadow? Oh yeah. Okay. Shadow. So you do not perceive Shadow at all as Shadow makes his way into the room. All right. On the outside, so Vand and Walter, where are you currently in regards to the manor?
In regards to the map. Oops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I would like to be. Is this side right here visible from the street like this?
Yeah. You could be like across one of the bridges, and like hiding in observation on one of the other towers. The Delacroix Tower is not one of the tallest ones. It's not one of the most prestigious and well-built towers of this city.
Gotcha. I guess that would probably be a good idea. We don't necessarily want to just be standing outside. Two very, very convicted and, well, I think Van's pretty notable now. I don't know.
Mhm.
Well, no, I'd be notable too because I was famous before. So yeah, we will go and idle on one of the nearby towers. Anything that we can.
Okay.
And the more public, the better.
All right. So you're trying to be in a public area?
Well, yes, as quiet as one as possible.
Okay.
I think at a private area there would be more people watching us, and that would be even more suspicious.
Yeah. All right. So you're basically in the equivalent of a street. Are your characters disguised in any way?
Not unless Van wants to disguise me.
Van?
I don't have a disguise, but if you want to do
Second
an illusion,
yeah, that will do an illusion. I know that it's not perfect. Shadows disguises would have been better for this case, but
Right.
we're gonna take off hide matrix. Apparently,
boy.
Okay, so you take off hide matrices. Got it.
yeah. So, well, actually, I will take off defensive teleport because we're not fighting right now.
Okay.
Well, if someone hits me, I'm probably
Yeah. Okay, so you're taking off defensive teleport, but you're adding. Okay. Are you doing your psychic illusion in an area to affect everyone inside of the area to see the same thing, or are you just affecting one person at a time? Because
I will also do. Wait, fuck! I can't take off area scanning because I'll need. I will take off flight value, so I can't fly.
All right. So you are not flying. So go ahead and roll potential for both area and for the illusion spell, and then let me know what the resistance is. You don't need to roll projection for either of these, technically, just potential. You only really need to roll projection while you're in combat. So go ahead and roll potential for both of these, please. Okay. Ooh, that's a 21. That's not a crit.
That's a lie.
Alright. So 241 means it's a very high difficulty to not be affected by the illusion. Everybody who's not an undead is going to see you and Walter as you desire it. And roll for.
Why wouldn't they just not see us? Wouldn't that be the best?
You can definitely just make yourselves invisible.
But then we have to sneak. So yeah, let's just be regular people. Or other red.
Okay, other Vitala. And don't look at any undead.
Can you roll potential for your area, because you rolled a projection for your area. That's a 14, 234. is enough to cast it around you for 300 feet. So anyone who's outside of 300 feet looking at you would not be affected by the illusion.
Once I maintain it, it goes up to a mile. But
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the two of you have changed your appearances distinctively. What do you make you both look like?
I want to make
Don't make me look like my sister.
I will make Walter look like a mine. Well, this is a fancy place. I'll make them look like diplomats, I guess. Well, I guess. Sure. Look really fancy.
2 monocles.
Yes, Walter has 2 monocles on, but they're not glasses. Just 2 monocles.
Okay. So you dress both of you as Vitala nobles, right?
Yes, actually, Ron will dress up. You've seen Shira, like when Ketra has the prom outfit. She'll dress up
Nice.
to be a Vitala.
Nice.
And still be a girl.
Okay. All right. So yeah, because of this, I'm not gonna ask you to roll any stealth check or anything. You are able to go incognito this entire time. Then the signal comes. Shadow either stops resisting or starts resisting your power, and you get the signal that Shadow is aware your old friend rifle is. What do you do now?
We teleport it.
So the walls are enchanted. So as you attempt to teleport in, you are going to bounce off against the enchanted walls and appear next to said walls. Go ahead and roll for your potential and protection from this teleportation power, as you are trying to take both you and Walter.
You can do it.
Okay, 243 should definitely be. 240 is 1,000 pounds. Definitely enough to carry both you and Walter. So right now, what happens is that both of you are supposed to, like, you try to teleport in, and instead you both appear inside of the garden, right next to the mechanical structure in which what's his name? Shadow went. Immediately you are okay. Both of you roll first notice at a difficulty of 80. Yeah, 80 is gonna be good. And then roll for stealth, because you're not in a place where you're supposed to be. So there's a chance you might get spotted.
Can I roll hide or no?
Yes, you can roll hide. Stealth is for when you move around. Hide is for when you stay in one place. So basically, hiding means you find a hiding spot and you try not to move from where you are. Anyways, both of you fail. Okay. Both of you notice.
Fail stealth.
Yeah. Both of you are going to notice one thing before this starts. You are going to notice that the walls you bumped against are lined with strange runes, and if you have points in occult, the difficulty is 80 to try to understand what those runes do. When it's for the glass, it seems to be engraved inside of the pattern that has been added onto the glass itself. So. Yeah. Walter, I think you had some occult.
I have a very little.
Go ahead and.
I've been rolling good so far.
Go ahead and roll. Oh,
Hey, I'm rolling good.
You pass by 5 points. Okay. This is a simple yet elegant enchantment that makes the entire manor an artifact that's able to touch energy, so block teleportation. There's another enchantment, a bit rarer, a bit more expensive, but definitely worth it for a high-standing place like this. The manor is an indestructible artifact. So the entire place has been enchanted so that there is no way to destroy it. Should the entire tower fall, the manor would keep the shape that it has. No amount of damage should be able to break anything of the structure itself. Maybe objects inside or the people inside could definitely be killed, but as far as breaking stuff, that is not going to be an option.
It's a good thing we didn't try to break into the walls. Anyways, also, there are people who've noticed us?
Yes, with this, because you failed by a lot, there are going to be multiple undead who are spotting you. So, let's get this started. Give me 1 second.
Man, if only I had hologram. The one-time words.
Oh yeah, the light power hologram would be pretty good. Okay. Alright, where is new? Where is Frankfurt Elite? Undead, here they are. So you are going to be spotted first by one type 5 that is going to try to raise the alarm, and then immediately after you see this beast that was roaming around the gardens. It's been decorated with a sort of like fancy onyx and gold embroidered armor that makes it look much more sophisticated than the War Machines versions of it that you've seen in the past. And it sees both of you trying to sneak in, and it's going to try to charge you. So I guess roll initiative as your characters are spotted, and let's start this fight.
Or?
Right, so
Unarmored with an awesome. Oh, I didn't click my character down.
So the type 12 is going to be here, and the type 5 is going to be like on the staircase right there, overlooking the entire scene, and basically like spotting you. Right, initiative round. You both rolled. Hold on. Okay. So you rolled 2 of 5 and 1 5.
Oh, I gotta roll one more time, right?
Yep. Ooh, that is gonna be a very high initiative. Walter, I'm gonna add you to the turn order in just 1 second.
I have 1 for it now.
No, what did I do? God damn it. Sorry about that. Okay, copy. Blah blah blah. Paste. And add turn. Here we go. Cool. So Walter, you can input your initiative as well, and then
Oh, I surprised Walter.
Walter is surprised. Immediate force impact or cyberkinetic impact.
Open roll. Okay, 2 or 8. Do you surprise everyone? You surprise.
I only.
Yeah.
I don't surprise the open roller.
Yeah, you don't surprise the Minotaur type creature. I'm gonna switch the music to combat music now, and we are gonna get this party started.
Has the other one already got the alarm going, or is he?
No.
Like-
It's going to on its initiative of 88. It's going to try to like raise the alarm any way that it can. So you still have some time if you want to try to change things.
Blew it all.
So what do you do?
I'm gonna cast or use Shatter on the one that's going.
All right, the type 5. All right.
Yes.
So from what you've seen, it's the type of undead that seems to keep moving no matter how much damage is done to it. So you know it's a damage-resistant creature. Just letting you be aware of this. It's a type of undead that keeps going with amounts of damage that would kill a normal person. So.
Oh yeah. And it's on the other side of the wall.
No, it is basically like it's this stairwell right there is on top of the structure.
So can it be teleported away, or is that
Yes,
the
you could teleport it away.
It can't
Okay.
be knocked unconscious, but if you put it high enough,
Let's see how far I can teleport.
Okay.
we're on top of a tower right now.
Sorry.
We're on top of a tower right
Yeah,
now.
you're on top of the Delacroix Tower, absolutely. Okay. Roll potential and projection. Do I see supernatural with this creature? Oh, I'm damage resistant. I wouldn't get a defense roll anyways. Okay, so your projection, definitely able to hit. With your potential, you're definitely able to teleport it and a lot of other things if you'd like. What's my... I make a magical resistance check? Psychic resistance check? Oh no, it's physical.
No, physical of 160. I guess I'll try to teleport the other.
Okay, you're gonna try to teleport them both. Alright, so the type 5 tries to resist, difficulty 160. I fail. Why am I Walter? Why am I Walter?
I am Walter.
Why am I Walter?
Yeah, Walter would have not resisted that either.
No. Walter would have resisted much easier. Walter's got real good physical
Why am I...
resistance.
What the hell is going on with this game? Oh my god! Okay, hold on. Yeah.
And I will teleport them into Walter's old house. Yeah.
That's pretty far away.
Technically, I could teleport them
60 miles.
60 miles.
Yeah, you could just throw them into the stratosphere and...
Yeah, teleport them 60 miles.
Yeah. Okay. Both of them, poof, vanish, disappear completely before they are able to do anything, raise the alarm, or even make any noise that would attract any sort of attention. Yeah. Who needs stealth when you can just teleport people who spot you away? And you both you rolled high enough notice to spot all of the creatures who had spotted your teleportation. So I guess your teleportation does allow you to avoid the fights. Once again, Walter, it's your initiative. What do you do?
I search for the zombies that were just here.
They have.
Oh,
Yeah, based on your open roll, you can tell that they were teleported by Vand. You saw her like a vein on the side of her forehead as she concentrated for an instant, and heard and saw them like decomposing into cubes, like things teleported by Vand usually do.
I expose I won't be able to see them like falling from the sky at all, way up there. Or are they even falling? Are they like out of the gravity's immediate pull? Will they be back for a while?
Van, where did you teleport them?
Oh no.
Let's just say I teleported them 60 miles to the south. I don't know where that is, but 60 miles to the...
Alright.
6 miles to the south and in the air.
No,
elevation?
because... Yeah, same elevation, because then I would have to do math on how high I could put them. Because I assume it's a straight line.
You're currently on top of a large tower on top of a mountain. 60 miles to the south does not still means that they are like very elevated, so they are going to fall and just take a lot of falling damage. I could make the rules, but I don't really care about those creatures. They won't be back for any of the like of the important stuff. So yeah, Walter, you don't know where they went. You just know that they're both gone, and that that creature seemed heavier than you. The hunter type creature seemed heavier than you, and still got teleported. Avanda's getting better with her powers.
Feel say
I didn't even concentrate that time.
Yeah. Well, now we gotta figure out how to get inside.
Yeah,
are there like windows near me? Sorry. Are there windows near us?
Yes, there are windows near you.
So I'm just gonna go over to the window, and this is an indestructible building. I'm just gonna like push really hard on this glass window just to see if it breaks.
Okay, make a feat of strength check.
I got that.
Did you tell Vaughn about the ruin?
The ruins? Vaughn, you spotted ruins, you just don't know what they mean.
Yeah, but Walter, so I'm asking if he told me.
Yeah.
Oh, about the ruins. Oh, I thought you were saying about the ruins. I'm like, what ruins? As soon as he says, I guess we need to find another way in, he points to them and says, this building is indestructible. We can't break through the wall, which is probably a good thing we didn't try.
Well, I can't. Just because it's indestructible doesn't mean we can't. I could always bend it without destroying it and reshape it. That's not destroying.
That I could not rightly say if you couldn't do. However, while Shadow is in there, let's save that as a last resort.
Yeah, it will tire me out if I do that.
Also, though, I'm just gonna like really quickly like go over to the ruins. They're carved into this indestructible building, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I couldn't really deface those because they're part of an indestructible structure.
Exactly.
Okay. Still, how's that window looking?
Okay, so yeah, you just push into it. You feel like you hear this slight groan of that like usually happens when you're pushing against some material and it's about to crack, and then it just doesn't. And in fact, it does that a lot less than it normally would. You do feel like the pressure you're applying is bending it very slightly, just not in any just like, you know, you could put you end up putting all of your weight and strength into it, and it does not break.
Okay, so I confirmed that. Now, attempt 2. Can I open this window?
Yes.
Okay, so great.
Because it's like you're trying to open it from the inside. I would ask a lockpicking check. I didn't ask Shadow to do that because I know Shadow passes that check, but I am gonna need you to do that, or to spell.
Oh, I have lockpicking.
All right, go ahead.
I thought you said it was just straight open. So yeah, go ahead. Lockpicking.
Do we have tools?
You could create tools.
Yes, but it'd be very hard.
Oh yeah, I forgot that thing's hard to do. Yeah. But no, I bought tools and I gave them to Shadow, and he has all the stuff I gave.
Yeah.
Can I attempt it without tools?
Yes, you have a minus 40 if you if you don't have a lockpick. Okay. So, yeah, your first attempt to lockpick the window open does not succeed. You, in fact, you are going to notice something. There is, like, there are nerve endings connected to the window that connect to fleshy bits. They seem to be like somewhat hidden, but you notice them because of the smell of putrefied flesh. And the more attempts you do, the more likely it is that whatever nerves are connected to the window will react to what you're doing.
Is this a separate being, or is this part of this building?
It is a separate being, but it is inside of the building.
Oh yes, okay. That makes sense. Okay. If you want to attempt more, that's cool. I'm gonna look around. I know that we have this map here, but I'm gonna look around for any balconies.
Okay. You can spot a balcony, like above you, right here. It seems it could be a landing pad for flying crafts. There's also this one right here, or like right above you, that seems to be more of a mechanical platform for maintenance and things like this. That has a ladder connecting to this tunnel right there. All of this is accessible with your climb skill. It would be a difficulty, I'd say, 80 to get to this platform, and 120 to get to this platform.
Well, since we can't really contact Shadow, we should probably try to find a way in for ourselves. I'd say up on the landing pad, unless you want to try to lockpick a few more times.
Well, I can get there. How are you gonna get?
Well, I was actually hoping that we would get there the same way, but I'm sure
You
I
can
find
fly
that.
now.
No, via
Okay, well then
teleportation.
I can't get. I can't.
Do you want to try to lockpick one more time?
I will try one more.
Okay. Go ahead. You're still at minus 40 because of open roll.
I did put the minus 40.
Nice. Okay, that is sufficient. You are able to crack the window open, and to your perception, that whatever is connected to those nerves does not raise any alarm that you can spot. You push the glass open, and you are now inside of the Delacroix Manor. In fact, you are. You think you should be able to teleport to where your friend is, and both of you make a magic resistance check, as Rifle should be able to detect you now. It's Rifle. What's the difficulty? 120.
120.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you magic resistance check 120.
Oh, we both got the same thing.
Yeah.
We literally.
Yeah, mutual failures.
So, Rifle, you are able to detect the presence of two of your old companions getting inside of the manor. Shadow, you activated the signal for an entire minute now. Things are moving in the rooms around you. But and you're not sure how long you're going to be able to stay hidden where you are. What do you do, Shadow? Do you do anything special?
Shadow will try to make sure that he's moving so that he's not in the direct line of sight of anyone who would be coming through that room.
Okay. Roll for hide. Okay. And go ahead and roll potential and projection to teleport Vand. Okay, Shadow. Yeah, you are you're like a ninja on the ceiling right now. Okay, projection good, and potential is enough to teleport you and water. In fact, like as you teleport, you hear in your mind the voice of the Ice Maiden saying, "What you did to those two undead, that was good. You should do that more often. Throw all of them off of my mountain."
I wanted to splatter them, but we didn't have enough.
Throwing them should be sufficient.
Okay, if that's your wishes.
Right. You both. Okay. So thanks to your projection, Vand, you are able to teleport both of you. Like, normally you teleport people just above the ground and they have to land. Because your projection was so good, you are going to teleport like exactly on the floor, right in front of Rifle. And Rifle, you sense your friends just poof poof appearing right next to you. And the last aspect and the last thing is, both of you appear on this wooden floor that is like that is prone to some amount of creaking. So I'm gonna ask that both of you roll for stealth. You have a plus 60 to your stealth because you are in a dark room and because of how well Vand teleported you. So go ahead and make your stealth check.
And this one is stealth, because it's noise stuff.
Yeah, it's noise stuff, yeah. Did you... you took the plus 60 into consideration, that's good.
I will burn 2 fatigue on this, because I can.
Okay, go ahead. Alright, neither of you are spotted by the people outside. Shadow is able to like hear it and know, what you did wrong, but then again it's very hard to be stealthy when you don't have a clear picture of where you're being teleported. Okay, Rifle is in front of you, sitting on this satin cushion. With it's been like thoroughly decorated. You can see a couple of gems that have been added to the sword since the last time you saw it. It's been polished. It's been sharpened. It's ready for the ceremony. What do you do?
Walter's gonna briefly look around for Shadow.
Okay.
I point at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can roll for notice, or you can wait for Vand to be like, it's right here.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna notice him. It's like, okay. Shadow, do you see anything magic around Rival? Are they trying to? Did they put a box around him, or can I just grab him?
Oh, it's there's a glass dome.
I mean a magic box.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be magical to your eyesight, Shadow. Also, Shadow, quick question. Do you remember that you had a side mission for this game?
The side mission from...
You were since your current mission involves the Delacroix family, it was you were told that you would be given all information of your brother's whereabouts should you be able to steal Luther's copy of the Necronomicon.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that one.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah, Luther de la Croix has a copy of the Necronomicon with him. Just reminding you, I haven't it's his voice that you hear from the other side of the door. Anyways,
Okay.
Okay.
1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay. So Shadow, you do not see anything magical around rifle other than its own detection spell.
I whispered to Walter. There's no magic that I can see.
Good.
I will try to connect with Walter.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna just reach over and pick up if I can. If the little dome isn't also locked, I'll just pick him up.
Okay. So you lift the dome, and as you're doing so, you are touched by a spell that connects your mind back with your old sword.
Hello, rifle.
Hello. It has been a long time.
It's been a few
wasn't
weeks.
really. Yeah, but I wasn't really expecting you.
Yeah, well, we weren't really
See-
expecting to come back in here either.
Yeah, well. I was on the brink of killing Lothar.
Oh,
So, please, tell me that what you are doing isn't stupid.
well, the objective for coming in here was apparently somebody was informed that there's an assassin after you.
What? Why? Why? What? Why?
I agree that it's odd that somebody's after a sword, but from what I've been told, they're a Valkyrie, and they're after you because you've prolonged your life supernaturally.
You can roll for occult to already know some information about Valkyries in general.
I think that I know one thing or two about Valkyries.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Okay, 222. You know that Valkyries are despised by necromancers like you, because they tend to come for necromancers who've worked hard to maintain all of their work and to live longer lives. But you know one thing: only one Valkyrie is ever sent after one person. So if you as like for older necromancers, it's a rite of passage. Once you've defeated the one Valkyrie that is coming after you, you don't have to worry about any other being sent specifically after you, but you might still have to worry about other Valkyries on other missions killing you as like a side
A side
casualty.
mission. Yeah.
Yes, like if you're in, like the common thing is like don't be in the way of a Valkyrie if you're a necromancer. That's what you know.
Mhm.
You also know
Okay.
that a little bit about the fact that they they sometimes count as undead and sometimes don't. You don't know more than that.
Yeah. Okay. So. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. What's the plan, Walter?
Well, admittedly, that depends on you. My plan was just to get you out of here and get you into a place where we'd be better prepared to handle a Valkyrie.
Hmm. Hmm.
How do you plan to kill Luther? I look around just to make sure it's not like tons of people. We don't have much time.
Yeah, well, see this whole getting my body back and things like this. Yeah, I let my master think that I will be getting my body back. But I was planning on creating an undead abomination from my body and killing him with that.
Well, that may work. They have many guards and security abominations around here, but I suppose that I should assume you know what you're doing.
Well, yeah, but you know, they are all undead, so not really a problem.
Oh, yes. I almost forgot about that. Yeah. All right. Well, Luther Delacroix is like definitely an enemy of the Resistance and us, right?
Well,
From what you
if
see, yes. He's one of the leading members of a family that mass produces undead for the Vitala armies.
Well, if the timing is not, if you don't think that the Valkyrie will come tonight, I would like to make my plan come to fruition.
I think that she's planning to attack when you are displayed at this party.
Oh, really? It could be.
And I'm
more
actually
useful.
gonna. Sorry, I wanted to make sure that I say I'm whispering everything that I say through this link and like trying to confirm things with Vaughn and Shadow as we speak them.
Okay,
So Vaughn and Shadow, you're kind of a part of this conversation.
if you want.
Well,
Can't we just leave instead and deal with the Valkyrie first?
well, if we did, then you, Shadow, what do you think? I only go straight to you because I'm pretty sure you'd be on the side of killing Luther.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah, I think we should get rid of the elf.
Yeah, and don't forget about the thing that although the Valkyrie would attack right now, it's much like a stronghold here. How should I say it? Like, the moment she attacks me, she will get attacked by everyone, including Luster.
This is true. However,
So we wait for the Valkyrie and kill it then?
well, I was thinking we could do that. Yeah, especially if Rifle, you have any idea of how to camouflage us with you, we could just be here to make sure everything goes as planned. But I would like to say that yes, this Valkyrie is one person, and they are coming into a stronghold, but Vand and I are right here with you. And I think that should say something about the security you have.
Also, like Rifle. Now that you're connected to Walter's senses, you spot that Shadow is present in the room, and that Shadow's been here the entire time, and that you weren't able to detect his presence at all. Like, Shadow could have murdered you as an assassin, and you wouldn't have been able to do anything about it with your detection abilities.
Yeah.
So, like I said, we could, if you have some way that you know that you could hide us from undead sight, Bond has us covered from the vast majority of Vitala and living beings, and Shadow's fine.
Well, I don't really, I can't really help you with not being detected, but I can take control of all of the undead. I think.
Can you, I forget, can you take control of them for long periods of time?
Yeah.
I have an idea then. if we can find someplace nearby, Shadow, if you'd advise us a spot, and just secure 1 or 2 undead to guard that spot, then there would be no reason for others to come looking for us there.
Yes.
And we could effectively be nearby and hopefully make sure this doesn't go as Valkyrie plans. Anyways, I'm going to set you back in your case for right now, in case we have to run quickly. There you go.
Right.
Yeah, I won't lie. I didn't really had any idea on how to flee.
Well, I look out. This place is like we could just teleport right out of the building from here, couldn't we? If we opened a window from the inside.
You'd need to. Okay, so basically, you'd need to teleport back to the window, climb out of it, despite the fact that it's open, and then you'd be, and then teleport out.
Gotcha. Okay. So we can get you out of here in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
When
Should
time
do the
is right.
trick.
And if Bond is feeling her groove.
I am always on my game. Except for cats.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to be inflammatory here, but Rifle was there for several of those incidents, I think.
Rifle, do you remember me
Messing up? Oh. Yeah?
Well, then you can teleport yourself out of.
Oh, come on. You
It
see,
was a good time.
I asked you again. Do you remember me messing?
Okay.
well,
Also,
of course. That's...
real quick, this is what the room next to you looks like. Right now, Galfuzar isn't here yet, so I'm deleting this picture. Basically, Lufer is overseeing the entire thing from his throne, and there are like about 10 undead working around the clock, just preparing the entire thing, making the entire room look very spooky and ready.
Wait, are they like the spooky because that's just how they are, or spooky because it's like a Halloween celebration?
Spooky because like you get a sense that this entire ceremony, like he's Luther seems to be going full necromancy in terms of, like, you know, the decorations of this room and the entire aesthetic, but since it's very rich, it feels kind of like fake. It feels like mostly like the appearance of the wealthy necromancer. You get what I mean?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's kind of what I figured. I was just like, spooky? They're making it spooky on purpose? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So this is what the room next to yours looks like.
Oh my gosh. Well, there's plenty of rocks to hide behind.
Hey, sword.
I have to talk to the sword. Hey, sword.
Yep.
When they do the whole presentation, who's coming to get you?
When they do the whole presentation, who will be the one to pick you up, right?
Normally, it will be Luther.
Okay, Luther, the big guy.
Yeah.
So,
If it would have been any other situation, I would have stole his book, but yeah, right now I've learned everything from it. I don't need it anymore.
well, to be honest, if I was going to kill you, I'd kill you as soon as he walked into the room.
Okay.
So is that when we expect the Valkyrie to come in? As soon as he comes.
Yeah. I think I will tell Luthor about a potential threat incoming.
Okay.
I mean, Valkyries are commonplace with
Let's
necromancers.
Let's try to ensure that he thinks that the threat is just a Valkyrie, so that he's
Yeah.
not ready for us.
Everybody roll for notice.
Ooh, stone clouds.
So Walter, you hear coming from the other room. Both Walter and Van, you hear coming from the other room the voice of Luther saying, "Lost? What do you mean lost? How do you lose a hunter?"
So we may have not have much time here. Shadow hide, Van, we need to hide too. Can you
Wait.
get those? Huh?
Was I not aware of Lufer before I heard his voice? Or...
No, you were kind of aware that he was giving orders in the other room, but now you've just heard specifically him referring to something disappearing, something being lost, something called a hunter.
I meant like using area scan.
Oh, you are aware of him along with a couple of other elves in the building.
Well, I don't know what they are. I just know there's.
Yeah.
I tell them there's people here.
You don't detect the undead, though.
Yeah, I tell them there's living people here, and here.
Shadow, your penalty is your critical your fumble isn't bad enough that anything terrible happens. You just don't notice Lufer's voice coming from the other room. Like you don't feel that it's something urgent. Anyways, so what do you do now?
I listen to them and I hide in the corner, and I'm going to accumulate key.
Okay. Accumulating key makes it easier for you to be detected by key detection, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you start to accumulate. The other two, the other three, what are your characters doing? Do you stay in the side room that you're in right now? Do you go elsewhere?
Shoot. There's nowhere really to hide in this room, is there?
There are some places. It's just that, like, you need to roll for hide.
Okay.
Like
Well, that's not going to do very well.
It seems to be like a sort of like side room, a dressing room. So there's like not covers, but places for clothes to hang in. Okay. So
Wait a minute. If Luther's the one coming to get you, he's alive, and we're invisible to living people.
no, currently you're not invisible.
Oh.
You just look like Vitala nobles.
Well,
I can change that by.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna be invisible.
We will hide normally. Let's hide anyways, but also be invisible.
Okay. So your hide checks are very good. I'm gonna need Walter to also make a hide check.
I am unskilled. Oh, but I get a 40, which isn't bad for unskilled.
Okay. You.
I crouch behind a box.
You're basically like. You're good because you're invisible thanks to the illusions. And Van, you open rolled, bringing the difficulty to resist your illusion to 200.
Yeah, but next turn it goes back to 160 because I'm only maintaining it at 160.
Gotcha.
Very sad.
Gotcha. Let's see. Would I be affected as Lufer? Let me make a psychic resistance check real quick. I need to roll 90 or more. Ooh, 99. Yes. So he'll spot Walter almost immediately.
Wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This is what it feels like. This is what fucking Edric felt like that.
Okay. So.
No, we don't know he
Yeah, you don't know he resisted. So yeah, you are you're hiding and you're waiting. So I think after giving like a few orders, it takes a couple of minutes of you hiding and waiting until
I will be concentrating on.
Okay. So you have time to concentrate 1 minute before something happens, and Lufer is going to come into the room with two Type 5 undeads, and he like pushes the double doors to the side, comes in and announces, "Rifle. It seems we're having some problems with security. I'm gonna have to take you back to the vault." And then he pauses and looks straight at Walter, who's like basically like has his head poking out from the closet behind which he's hiding. Like both of the Type 5s also seem to spot you immediately. And roll for initiative, everyone.
Oh, fudge.
Okay.
I don't have my token.
I'm on open roll 5. Oh, that's 100 on top of it.
Hold on a minute. That's not actually my initiative.
Give me just 1 second to get you your token rifle. Copy. And here. Paste. Here is your token. And last of all is going to be Lufer, but before that. Okay. Before that, I am going to roll the Undead's initiative. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And Lufer de la Croix.
Okay.
Okay.
Not as good as my first roll, but still.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm gonna zoom into this map to make the combat look just a little bit better. And okay, and flip. Right.
Pistol plus 5.
Yeah. Okay, so rifle, you open rolled. Everybody's put in their initiative. Rifle, you are the first to act. You spot that Walter has been seen by Lufer, and you are the first to act from your strange vantage point. What do you do?
Okay. So technically, I would have had just the essencing for speaking with my master on at any time. So I would just say to him, "What is it, master? What is the problem?"
So, Lufer is going to respond. There's an intruder right here.
Okay. Tell me where he is. I will hand him right now. And I start to encant magic.
You start to accumulate. Got it. Like Lufer is looking. Lufer is going to tell you to like connect to his senses in order to be able to to spot where he is, and that's going to be it. So you start to accumulate. It's going to be Van's turn next.
I have no intention of, if he does something to my mind or something like that, I have no intention of killing Walter. I am accumulating for a soul ray.
Soul ray, got it.
Yeah. To launch it on Lucer.
Okay. Can you do that in one turn, or
No. I would need at least 3 turns. So.
All right, Van, it is your turn. You've concentrated for an entire minute. What do you do now?
Well, I already rolled. Can you roll a PCR check for one?
Physical resistance check?
No, psychic.
Okay. Who? Lufer?
Yes.
Okay, what's the difficulty?
1-6.
Ooh, I failed by 9 points. What's
Well, I had used mind control.
Oh, you used mind control? Oh,
Yeah.
damn. Okay. Let me look real quick at his special stats. Grimoire, blah blah blah. Ooh, I didn't know I had that. I didn't remember. Okay, so
Does he have a fancy hat?
no, he doesn't have a fancy hat. His copy of the Necronomicon makes him choose whether he's undead or not. So so you are unable to psychically control him.
Okay, well, I said that didn't work.
Yeah.
Look over.
Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Okay. So that's it for your turn, unfortunately. Shadow, you are still very much hidden from everyone. Nobody spotted you. You're in a different hiding place. What do you do?
I want to use a stealth attack with my key technique.
Okay. Who do you use it on?
My stealth attack is going to be on Delacroix.
Okay. So, with my accumulation of 55, would I be able to cast a shield fast enough to defend myself? Hopefully, yes. Necromantic shield. Okay, is there a cheaper one? Sorry, just checking real quick. Drain life. Oh, spectral shield. Can stop anemic attacks, but not physical attacks. Okay.
No, if you want, it's a necromantic shield.
Yeah, it's the necromantic
level
shield.
46.
Yep, I see it. So, if I need to accumulate... Yeah, so he is going to have to spend 2 points of fatigue in order to be able to cast that spell this turn, which he does. But because of your position, you still you definitely like surprise him. So he gets a -90. Yeah, he's going to get a -90 to defend himself from your attack. And ooh, wait, my magic projection is horrendously bad with this character. What am I supposed to use to defend myself?
Yeah, and I was going to go with the full stealth attack.
So what does your technique do?
My technique?
Yeah. Oh, you said you accumulated. So I thought you were going to use a technique.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So what does that technique do? Okay, here it is.
So with the technique, I am trying to kill Delacroix, and the two undead with him.
Okay.
If they're within 15 feet of Delacroix.
So that's 160, bringing me to 835. Okay, so it's an area. So what, like the technique does an area of effect or something?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So in this case, you'll be able to attack all three of them, and I found out how he's supposed to defend. He's got the predetermined, the defined magic protection. So basically, you're rolling against a difficulty of 280. Since I am surprised, it's actually a difficulty of 190. So go ahead and roll attack against 190.
I want to use the stealth attack to get it from behind as well.
Okay. So attacking from behind doesn't change for anything for shields. So it's not. So even if you succeed, it doesn't change my defense. So yeah, go ahead and roll. It's against 210. How many attacks are you gonna do this turn?
2.
2? Okay, so it's against 190. Yes. Both of them are against the difficulty of 190. And you have armor penetration, that's pretty good. And also, you take the penalty for doing 2 attacks. Are you ambidextrous?
Yes, I'm ambidextrous.
Okay, so it's just a -10. Go ahead and make those rolls. As far as life points go, ooh, yeah. Okay. Okay.
Oh, that was really low.
225, so you would do 30% of your weapon's damage. And then...
The damage is 145?
Okay. On the Shadow Dance, got it. I'm gonna calculate how much that is, and then on the offhand, go ahead and make the roll for your second attack. So 30% of 145. 3 times 145. Oh, rifle? Sorry, you do. You only got necromancy spells.
Yeah, but it's the pass that was.
I know that it's. I know that it's linked.
Oh,
but you didn't get like access to void spells to continue learning.
Okay.
So that's 43, and then the second attack is 80 points of damage. Okay, so 80 times. Okay, so it's against 190, so that is going to be 0.6. So you do 43 and 48 points, so for a total of. Okay, that is hurting a lot. 43 points of damage. That is. That brings me to 97. And 97 minus 48 brings me down to 80. 49. 49. Oh, I was just a few points away from getting critical on that second attack. As for the other two creatures, 251. Okay, so you do 200. You do. Give me just 1 second to calculate how much that is. 220 times 1.4 plus 250 times 80. What? Oh, no. God damn it. Times 0.8. My bad. 220 times 1.4 plus 250 times 0.8. 8, and that is going to be 508 damage on both of the type 5s. So and that's minus 508. Okay, that is a nice amount of damage. Yeah. Okay, so you drop to the floor behind them, slash across with your daggers. You get past Luther's instantly cast shield that seems to like move as to block your daggers, and you still manage to slip through, basically tearing two large gashes that spray blood across his back. And like the only thing that stops you from cutting limbs off of the two undead is the fact that they seem to have like this very dense bone structure in their limbs. All of them are like they don't seem to be to the point where pain is a big problem, but you know that like they're pretty close to bleeding out and dying. It's going to be Luther's turn. Luther has accumulated all the magic that he can for this turn. He is going to simply shoot his pistol at... Yeah, he's simply going to shoot his pistol at y'all. So
can he shoot on the defensive?
Oh, you're right. He was placed on the defensive by the damage you did, so no shooting for me. Walter, it's your turn. What do you do?
Walter's going to explode from the closet where he was moments ago.
You're not surprising anyone.
I'm here! And I was just gonna, Luther is not a Vitala, correct?
No, he's an elf. He's a Sylvain.
Okay. Do I know about any weak spots on these? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know I could move them. On these two zombie boys.
I think we mentioned that hitting their heart is. I think you. I think you. Oh yeah, because you've been serving alongside this model for a while, you know that if their heart is critically hit, it could instantly kill them, but it will also cause some problems for everyone standing nearby.
I forgot they explode.
Yeah, they basically the alchemical components that allow them to grow bones go out of control and just extend into a bunch of bone spikes if they're killed by hitting their heart.
I thought there was a specific way to kill them without that happening.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think no, actually, hitting the heart might be the thing that cancels this area attack. Give me 1 second to check. Creatures. Blah, blah, blah. Type 5s. Type 5s. Okay, here they are. Blah, blah, blah. Inside of the heart of each Type 5, there is an emergency device that injects a powerful serum when the Type 5's physical condition is at its limit. This substance causes a chain reaction that forces excessive bone growth. But does not. Okay. This attack can be stopped if, before the attack takes place, the heart is hit by attacks causing more than 100 points of damage in total. So basically, you need to aim at the heart in order to disable this component before killing them, in order to avoid the area of attack effect that would soon follow.
Well, that's great, because I have a precise weapon now. Thank you, Dagger. I'm going to immediately move past Luther and stab the heart. I'm just going to go for one. I was thinking about making 2 attacks. I'm just going to go
Alright.
attack.
Since it's a precise weapon, you only take the half of the penalty, and I think it's a minus 60 to aim at the heart.
I believe you're right.
Maneuvers, directed attacks. The heart is a minus 60, yes. So you only take a minus 30 to your attack, and aim for the heart. Go ahead.
I'm spending a point, just 1 point fatigue.
Okay. You do okay, hold on. I do have some armor. It's cutting or piercing or thrust.
It's thrust, and it takes away 3 points of armor.
Okay, so I have 2 points of armor, bring you to 250% of your weapon's damage, which is...
And it is nighttime, so I have my Battle of the Night bonuses.
Yes.
Alright, my base damage is 90, so I should be doing 180, 225 damage to the heart.
Okay, yeah, you... okay. So this one has 742. Okay, so you so on the one that is closest to you, this one, you have disabled its heart mechanism.
Go. It is not dead yet, though.
It is not dead yet, and in fact, it is its turn, and it is going to.
I have a question.
Yes.
Did you take off 5 armor from them with my attack?
Oh yeah, I didn't count any of their armor from your attack because you have the thanks to the surprise, and then your technique took away some extra points. So no worries, I wasn't taking that into consideration. Okay, so the Type 5 is so both Type 5s are now going to act. So the first one is going to move in front between like the first one is basically going to try to defend Luther. Give me 1 second. So as you, so it's moving between, moving between Dagger and Luther right here, and trying to protect Luther, and it's going to attack Shatter. The other one is going to try to attack Walter. So. Real quick. Alright. I can't do multiple attacks, so instead I am going to try to use bone chains on both of you in order to try to immobilize both of you. Okay. 30 feet, enemy draw. Strength of 10. Okay, basically both of them reach towards the back of their necks, drawing out their spine, and the fragments of bone that compose the spine are like separated by nerve endings that are where the bone is going to quickly regrow to protect the entire thing, but it's very maneuverable right now, and both of them are going to try to cast this chain around one of you. So both of you roll defense, please. I don't have any fatigue to spend. So first attack and second attack. Okay, both of you are able to make it out of the way of those chained weapons before they tangle around you, and that's it for the Type 5's turn. That is all they can do this turn. New initiative, everyone. Why do I have it? Also, Luther has screamed in pain when you've attacked him, meaning that there are potential reinforcements coming next turn. Okay, everybody's rolled initiative.
Good.
Okay, Luther is the first to act. With my 55 accumulations, there isn't a lot I can do. He is going to move in, grab rifle, and attempt to leave the room through the door through which Shadow entered. Shadow, you are not going to get an attack of opportunity because the type 5 stands between you and it, but Walter, because of your positioning, you would get an attack of opportunity against Luther as he tries to escape. Just give me 1 second to check one last thing. Is there an attack I could do with my horrible accumulation? Oh, actually, he's going to first shoot Walter, then try to cast a spell, then try to grab.
He's shooting me in melee.
Oh, do you get
he gets. Well, he gets bonuses to that, but yes, then I would get a counterattack.
You might get a counterattack. Well, he's got his shield, and he's just gonna hope that it works well. Or actually, no, he's gonna shoot Vand.
It's also a good idea.
Yeah. Vand, you deactivated your defensive teleportation, right?
Yes, but since it's a new initiative and that is a passive action, I can reactivate.
Yeah, you can reactivate him. All right. So go ahead and roll potential, and hope that you roll enough potential to survive this, to like recast it on time, and then roll for a projection to evade this. Okay, seems enough to activate your power and evade. All right, you're not put on the defensive. Luther, drain life. Oh, I could cast that in one turn. Blah blah blah. Yes. I am going to attempt to drain life from Walter. Walter, do you see? You don't see magic spells, do you?
I do not.
Okay.
I got a lot of life though.
Yeah, good. All the more that I can drain from you. So I'm going to spend 80 extra points to be able to aim it very well. So go ahead and roll your defense at -80 against a difficulty of 280.
Wide open road. Actually, it's not just 280. It's negative 110 because I am also blocking a ranged projectile.
Okay.
With a sword. Oh, yeah, that's not with the minuses, but obviously I fail.
You do not have your shield or armor this combat, so you are not in the best position. You might want to not defend against this one and not be put in the defensive. But he's just trying to put you on the defensive so he can escape. Basically.
You're right. Can I just take? I know that's too late because I would have taken it either way.
Oh yeah. You don't like. You already rolled, but it's like. Yeah. You already rolled. You knew it was an option to take it. So yeah.
Yep.
I'm losing 50. I'm losing 130. So that brings me to 705 Xeon points. I hate you, and I do believe I have persistent effects. And yeah, no, the persistent effects just mean that it lasts longer if I maintain it, which I cannot. Make a magic resistance check, difficulty 100, or have life points drained from you, Walter.
Oh no! I make it.
You make it. You are still put on the defensive, though. So Luther picks up the glass vial protecting rifle, draws you, and tries to escape the room with no one being able to do any attack of opportunities to stop him. But rifle, as you just told me your change of plan, you can do that as you're leaving the room. Go ahead, since it's your initiative. Describe to everyone what you're doing.
Yep. So the magic in the rifles stop to accumulate and unleash 3 death beam on Luther as he grabbed me.
All right. He is surprised that the attack is coming from you, so his shield is going to take a huge penalty. So it's actually going to cost 250. So it's actually going to be against the defense of 190. It's a predetermined defense. So go ahead and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Will all attacks have the surprise effect or not?
Just the first one, I think.
Okay. So the first one is going to be the strongest of all.
All right. So it's against the first one is against 190. The next 2 are against 280. Go ahead and make 3 protection rolls.
Okay. Well, the second one won't make it. And the first one isn't going to make it either. Yes! Fuck.
Okay. Make the other 2 protection
Well,
rolls.
if you want, but I know it won't make it.
You can always open roll, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. So Luther's shield holds steady.
So it's a total of, in terms of damage,
Yeah.
it's a total of 260 points of damage.
Okay.
But it's a necrotic shield, so
Yeah.
it won't be do any good.
It has a lot of life points, but you are starting to make cracks inside of it. You feel like you've done like a fourth of the dam, you've broken like a fourth of the shield. But Luther defends himself against your projectiles.
Yeah. So after this, I'm going to tell Luther that Master, there's someone that is picking me up.
Oh, okay. Oh, our trap failed, guys. Darn it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh no! It's me! You're attacking me, you fool!
Yes.
Shadow, it's your turn. What do you do?
How far did he actually get?
I have a movement of 7, meaning that I moved. Just give me 1 second. I probably ran into the corridor out of the room. Movement of 7. How much? What's your base movement value, Shadow? Are you going to run after him, or try to like shoot him?
Well, I have a 15-foot radius.
Okay, I moved
That's
80. I'm able to move 80 feet in my turn, so he moved out of range.
Okay. Well, I'm going to keep up my technique.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. My first attack is going to try and stab this guy in the heart,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to make 3 attacks.
All right. So it does. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make all 3 of your attacks, and you ignore their defense. How much points of armor do you ignore?
5.
Okay. Oh, well, yeah, in this case, you don't take into consideration any of their armor. So go ahead and make all 3 of your rolls, and then I'll let you calculate the damage that you do because they're damage resistant. And I'm gonna move on to Vand real quick. Vand?
I will switch out the illusion spell to make my defensive teleport permanent.
Yep. And do you do anything else?
I look intimidatingly at Mood and tell him to put right.
Okay. Go ahead and roll intimidation.
Let's see what we got.
What is my composure? Oh, I am untrained in composure.
I tell him, put down the sword before I rip your arm off.
Okay. Roll your intimidation check. Lucifer is terrified of you intruders, and despite knowing that there might be reinforcements coming, he is going to he's going to say, "Damn resistance! I'll get my apprentice back!" And he stabs a rifle into the ground as he flees from the scene.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Do I do double damage to these or something for it being area attack? On damage resistant?
Okay, so what is your technique doing? It's just what does it do that makes it an area attack? Does it just extend the range of your weapon so you can attack more people? Does it like
it's actual area attack.
Yes, but what does it look like?
Shadow is he starts dancing and he moves around, quickly stabbing his opponents multiple times before settling back to where he was.
Then in this case, yes, when using this technique, that would cover more than half of their bodies and do double damage on that technique only. So, how much damage did you do in total?
Do you have the roll or anything?
The rule? Yeah, I can see the roll. I'm just like, do you think you could calculate that for me, please? It would save a lot of time.
I was asking, do you roll?
Oh, no. Damage resistant creatures don't roll. You do the percentage damage that your roll did, basically, multiplied by by the damage. All right. I'll let you calculate that. I'm gonna move on to Walter. Walter, it's your turn. What do you do?
Walter is set in his task of disarming these guys' hearts. He is going to actually make 2 attacks on the other one. He's been attacked this turn.
Yeah, you've been put on the defensive, and also Shadow has taken care of the other one's heart.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, I'm on the defensive, so I'm going to go and... It's actually a passive action that gives you a penalty to draw a weapon, so can I draw a rifle?
Is 1/4 of your movement able to take you across the 80 feet that rifle was taken to?
No.
Okay, then you cannot draw a rifle, but you can move towards rifle at 1/4 of your movement.
I will move 28 feet.
Okay.
Almost 10 yards. So considerably, like maybe 9 meters that way.
All right. In this case, you are going to be in the throne room, where Luther has escaped to. We're gonna put the sword here. And yeah, so this is where you are, basically. Okay. So, as for our dear friend Shadow, I believe you have killed both of the Type 5s in the room that you were in. Let me check. Yes, they're both very dead. And you've disarmed their explosive hearts, so you're good on that side. Cool. Type 5's turn. So the ones who were already moving into combat are only going to arrive, are only going to be able to intervene in the other room next turn, which means new initiative, everyone. Oh, hold on. Yeah, since we're in a new page, I'm gonna need to reset that real quick.
And Luke ran away, right? Not Luke. Luke.
Lufer is running away. He's not completely out of combat, so he could still be attacked. He's still like on the other side of this room, but yeah.
Okay. I don't have my.
Oh yeah, you don't have your. That's because your token is in another room. Give me 1 second to grab it. Put you towards the back. Oh, and I should also put Van there. My bad. Sorry, Van.
It's okay. I see him not wanted here.
I mean, like, you could teleport the entire group away from this fight so that it wouldn't need to happen, but because you were put on the defensive, it does make the combat take just a little bit longer. So,
or I could teleport the Necronomicon away and then mine.
That's fair.
Well, technically, it's true that we are not wanted here.
Okay, so I'm gonna add your initiative, Vand, and I'm gonna let you roll your initiative. So go ahead and take care of that, and then we're going to proceed. I think Rifle is the first to act, unless if Vand opened also something. Oh no, you rolled 167. Okay, cool. You are the first to act. Rifle, what do you do?
So I'm just planted in the ground.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to accumulate and see what's happened.
Okay. All right, Vand, it's your turn. You're in a different room, but you can see that they've ran into a room that has 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 Type 5s. What do you do?
I'm gonna shatter Lufer.
Okay. So Lufer is about to turn around the corner and leave the throne room. You have one last ditched attempt to try to destroy him. I don't see. Oh, I'm unable to see matrices. So you are going to. So I am going to take the minus 90 to my defense. So you're rolling projection against 190. That's your difficulty. Go ahead and roll projection and then potential.
As long as I don't fumble, yeah.
Okay, you pass. And then potential.
I will use 2 power
2 power points. Got it.
boost this by 4.
Okay.
Okay, so I hit Zen.
So difficulty is 180. I fail by 38
No,
points.
I have
Courage?
courage, so it is Zen.
Okay.
So you failed by
220, I fail by not 80 but 78 points.
so double that, and that's how much life points you lose.
Okay, 78. Oh, I am very, very dead. So you splatter Lufer like across the back room, this like completely shattering most of his clothes. It's going to destroy one of his artifacts, but leave the copy of the Necromonicon somewhat intact. And yeah, Lufer de la Croix is now just a puddle of blood on the floor. You have completely obliterated this poor elf.
Poor.
Rifle,
Look at that
Luther's
man.
dead. We're good to go.
Huh?
That's a rifle. Luther's dead. We're good to go.
Yeah, but like, I don't have my link with you right now.
Oh, you took that away? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because it's my innate spell, so...
And he wanted to be able to communicate with Lufer.
Yeah.
I will reach you this turn, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, I can't say anything to you because it would be kind of cheats. But yeah, no, I'm going to say nothing.
All right, Shadow, it is your turn. You've defeated two of those monstrosities that you were fighting. What do you do now?
Shadow's gonna keep concentrating. Keep maintaining.
Okay.
He's going to run out the room and try and get to Lufer's book.
Okay. As you're running through you have to pass 4 type 5s, which are all going to get an attack of opportunity on you as you try to make your way to the book.
Then I'm going to attack before.
Okay. So you run towards one of the type 5s, and
I'm going to use all 3 of my attacks.
okay, and then you're going to try to dodge in between them, right?
Anything that gets in my way, I'm attacking.
Okay.
Yes.
You can't put them on the defensive because they're damage resistant. So your best hope is to kill the first one that you encounter, and then try to dodge the attacks of the last 3 as you're moving past them. Or you can roll acrobatics in order to just not be in combat with them, and like basically just like not take those attack of opportunities.
Are they close together?
They are not exactly close to one another, but they can passively move to where you are in order to get their attacks of opportunity.
Okay. When
these two are close enough together that you could do your area attack and take both of them out.
Okay. Yes. I will do that.
Okay. So
I also yell out to Walter, get rifle, and then
I'll use my first attack on them and my other attacks on the other ones who try and passively move up to me.
Okay, understood. So you move towards these two. Go ahead and make your area attack. They don't have any defense against you, so just make your roll. Okay, that is. Oh no, that's Fernando's roll. So it's 145 points of damage, right?
Yes, sorry. I did not include my minuses. So it would be 50 minus.
50? Okay. So that is going to be a 160, 1.6. That is 232 points of damage. Since it's with your technique, it's doubled, bringing it to 4. Yeah. They are not put on the defensive, so they are both going to try to attack you as...
I will use my second and third attack.
On these two?
Yes, I'm trying to get rid of them.
Okay, got it. So go ahead and make your other attacks. Okay, minus 4, 4, 6, 4. Okay, and go ahead and make both of you your last attack as well. 2 times 80 plus so it's actually going to be 3.7. Okay, 296. Still, neither of these are able to cause a critical and bring them to a point where they wouldn't be able to get their attacks of opportunity on you.
Oh, all my attacks are area.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
So minus 296 again. Okay. If you took the penalty for the area of attack, then the last. Okay, so give me 1 second. 160. Okay. 1.6 times 2 and times 80. Is that? Yes. Okay. The last one is enough to do a critical, which is going to put both of them on the defensive. If I don't resist, go ahead and roll 1d100 plus 225, please. Yeah, I'm on the defensive, definitely. Okay. So these two, yeah, the first two are on the defensive. You're only going to have to take 2 attacks of opportunity against the other ones in order to get to the book. So go ahead and roll 2 defenses. And they are both going to attempt to they're both going to attempt to trap you with the bone chains. So okay. Make your second attack check with a minus 25, but not in the fatigue modifier, in the other modifier.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good roll. Yeah, could you re-roll that, please? Okay, cool. Yeah, you slide in between them, like evading their chains, rolling on the ground, and you catch the Necronomicon in your hands, still stained with blood, and it immediately, and you immediately feel this cold sensation coming from inside of the book as your vision blurs for a second, and you are going to get a couple of effects. So, copies endows its possessor with certain necromantic powers. Okay. You are. You can be considered an undead, and you can choose what you are considered an undead for. Once you're. And. That is everything that gives you that this can give you as an artifact. And I think it needs just a little bit of time to link to one character specifically, so you actually don't get anything. But yeah, you have a copy of the Necronomicon on you. What do you do now?
I will try and keep running.
Okay. Do you run back towards your friends?
Yeah, that's my safest bet.
Okay. They don't get attack of opportunities on you, so you are going to be fine. What's your total movement value, please? What's your how many feet can you move in total?
250.
250. Okay, you make it back to Walter. Walter, it's your turn. What do you do?
Walter is running past him to get rifle.
Okay. The other two that were in your way of rifle are currently they took a critical, so they are not going to be able to attack of opportunity. You grab rifle from the ground, wrench it. It's in your hand, and it feels like the hilt was made specifically for your hand. It's like it feels so natural to pick rifle up. What do you do now? You have one sword in each hand?
I have one sword in each hand.
Nice.
I will double back.
Okay.
Let's see, I moved 25 feet, so I had 55 feet to get there, and then so I'm essentially back where I was.
Okay. Alright. In this case, the last 3 Type 5s are going to aim at Walter and shoot all 3 of their harpoons at you.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and make 3 defense checks with the increasing penalties.
Okay.
Ooh, open
Here's
roll
block
on the
number
last
1.
one.
Uh-oh, that's the worst one to open roll on.
Yep.
First one?
Okay.
60.
Do you have any armor at the moment?
Nope. Last one though, I'm going to spend a point of fatigue on.
Okay. Since you don't have any armor, you the conventional rules means that you only get grazed by the first attack, despite being put on the defensive at this point, and the third attack is going to hit you for 30% of the weapon's damage, which is bone harpoon 60. So 30% of 60. 0.3 times 60 is
18.
going to be... Yeah. 18. You take 18 points of damage.
I've had splinters that do more damage.
Alright. New initiative. We can't... Vand, if you're going to teleport the group out, we can't just say that you do that and we don't have to roll this turn because the Type 5s are going to be slower than you. Do you teleport the group out of there?
Yeah.
Okay. In this case...
Alright, let's go.
In this case, just roll potential and hope you don't roll a 1.
Or anything between 1 and 5.
That's fair.
Hey, 1 and 4.
Natural.
Oh
100.
yeah!
Okay. You take.
We're out of there.
You teleport all of your friends directly out to the window of the manor, and you start to.
Oh, I might hit Zen.
Okay. If you hit Zen, you're able to teleport through the opening of the window, and despite the enchantment, make it out of the building entirely. But you have to hit Zen.
A little bit more.
Yes.
Yeah, more!
Oh my god! You keep open rolling. All right.
We're so far gone.
You're back.
Teleport us to Gaia.
No, no going to Gaia. I'm not making this campaign a Gaia campaign. Where in Frankfurt do you teleport the group?
I guess our side. Oh no. I'll go to that bar where everyone hit.
Oh my god. Okay. You go to the bar. Gonna have to.
Actually, I could have teleported the whole fucking compound if I wanted.
Technically,
I can survive a 150-foot drop. I'm pretty sure Shadow can too, and you can fly, so you really need to.
You bleed way too much in Shadow's life.
Let me see how much I can actually teleport.
I think the maximum value is like something enormous when you Zen roll that thing.
Yeah, I can teleport 100 tons.
Yeah, if you want, you could have teleported the castle.
Whee!
You like
Yeah. I'll teleport the castle. I'll teleport the whole castle.
Into the bar?
No, I'll teleport it. Near the church or where the Ice Maiden used to live.
No, wait, she'd hate that. You just put a bunch of people on our mountain.
I'm only teleporting the castle
Oh.
and us. I'm not teleporting any zombies. Actually, I don't know if that'd be super hard to.
No, you'd be able to pull it off with the roll that you made.
Okay, so I'll teleport everything that's not a zombie or a human.
Okay, so you're teleporting the manor next to the Hero's Rest monastery at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, because they're kind of magical. They might be able to use some of the books and stuff.
Yeah. But also, it's good. It's people are going to spot that this entire castle disappeared and reappeared. So, deleting this, pasting this, and I'm gonna get Shadow's token here as well in a second.
There is 2 rifle.
Yeah.
No, there's 1.
Technically, the castle can resist by rolling 200 physical.
Oh, I do have a presence because because I'm both an artifact and a thing and a okay. So I'm going to try to resist.
Will be really high.
But it also has to roll 200. So
yeah. But as an artifact, I get some presence bonuses. So I just need to calculate that real quick.
I know that it would get plus 60 for being indestructible.
That's a level 4 power. So and that gives me a plus 60 presence.
I believe so. It's
okay. Can you check that plus being able to touch energy are the 2 powers that this castle has as an artifact?
Alright, let me look into Prometheus.
Thank you for your help.
This is gonna be hilarious if it works. If not, I'm gonna be very sad because I just teleported this there.
Yeah. Presence. An entire... Yep. Okay, a mansion has a presence of 120, I think? No, is that the presence? Yeah. Presence of 120. And I get how much bonuses for the 2 enchantments?
60 for being indestructible and being able to touch energy.
Then I don't think I'm going to be able to.
So it's going to
be
a
small chance.
It's going to be 180. Currently the difficulty. And what's the presence of the enchantment for the last one? There
it is. 15, I think.
15? Okay. So there is a 5% chance that you teleport it. No, it does. The castle stays in place. You like the creatures inside are going to like it's gonna shift a little bit. Dust is gonna fall from the foundations, but you are unable to teleport the palace. It resists your attempt. And you are on top of Hero's Rest Monastery with rifle and everybody else.
Well, I'm pretty sure the Valkyrie's going to be thrown off.
I mean, they really liked rifle, so in case he was damaged or anything, they wanted him to be healed.
Okay. Is there any sun? Because
Sun?
the last time we went here,
Oh yes, you are above. You are above ground. There is.
I don't have my armor on!
You don't have your armor
Yeah.
on. Okay.
And Lou's not here, fudge!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Roll for that. Roll for that resistance, because you are. You are in a pretty bad spot. Okay. Yeah, Vand teleporting people exactly in the right place every time.
Hey, if the magic came, we would have been.
Wait, but we went there at 10 o'clock, so even if we're above the
Oh
clouds...
yeah. The last rays of sunlight have just disappeared. Okay, it was evening down in the Crankfort, but you're on top of the mountain, which means it's still daylight here.
Okay.
Physical resistance between 80 and 160. It is 160 right now. It is going to be 140 because it's a sunset. Each turn or suffer damage equivalent. You take 7 points of damage as your skin immediately starts to burn from the last rays of sunlight. You're next to the door of the monastery, but yeah, you do take 7 points of damage.
Where are we?
Get inside.
Yeah. Okay. You move inside of the temple, and you're out of the way. You're here. You're in the monastery. You can see the head monk. I think his name is Eli. Like sees you appearing and sees you entering the temple, and the diva comes towards you saying, "I did not expect you back so soon. How did you make it up the mountain without your armor, Sir Galmore?"
We were teleported here. We're on the mountain? Why'd you bring us to the mountain?
Oh, well, in case Rifle needed any checkups or anything.
Oh.
I brought back the savior of the resistance, the symbol.
Oh, we should have talked about that first. But yeah, Rifle's here.
yeah, Rifle doesn't understand a thing about what's happening. It's just
I'm
got
holding you so you can
teleported,
see.
and now it's cold.
Yeah, your detection. I don't know if you still have your detection spell
No.
active. No. Okay. In this case, as soon as you reactivate it, you're going to be like, there are people in totally different places than before. I've definitely been teleported. All right.
That and the cold.
Yeah, that is one of the things you are able to sense from inside the sword. So, what do you do?
I will try to communicate with Walter.
Okay.
And what did just happen?
We were teleported to the monastery on top of the mountain. You were there with us for that, yes?
Yeah, I remember the thing. Okay. Is Luther alive?
No.
My
Alice-
spell was that I maintain on him broke, so I guess not.
Last time I saw him, he had turned into a puddle.
Okay.
Can he do that normally?
No.
Okay, then I think that was Vaughn.
I say, huh? What did you say? What were you saying?
We were talking about Luther and whether or not he's dead.
Pardon. That although I thank her for killing Luther, his kill was mine.
The sword rifle wants to thank you for killing Luther.
Okay.
Didn't tell any.
What?
I don't know if I can know if you told everything or not.
No, I just said that he thanks you for killing Luther.
Yeah.
You can see through my eyes and hear through my senses now, right?
No, not right now. I don't have the spell's share senses.
Ah, okay. I
Actually.
thought you got that whenever I picked you up.
No.
Can you roll magic appraisal, please?
Yep.
Yeah.
Incoming.
Okay, so technically it's in the first one, but I'm still calculating this. So just give me 1 second. Blah 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 blah. So I don't have a lot of that, but I do have this. Okay. And yeah. Okay. Rifle, you can feel that there's something nearby, in your very close proximity, that is accumulating magic and that is casting a spell. You just can't feel what exactly that thing is and where it is exactly in location, like in correspondence to you. You just know that it's very close. And the spell is cast upwards, and it's been cast above the monastery.
Oh.
I see a spell
So-
being cast above me.
By the time the spell appears to your eyes, it's basically, it seems that so you see like a sort of light spell coming from Walter,
Yeah.
that just shoots up through the roof and just like disappears from your eyesight.
Okay. Void shield. So I cut communication and I activate a void shield.
Okay.
Walter is oblivious.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna let us in? I say to the monk.
You say to whom?
The monk.
Oh, you're already inside, and the head monk is yeah, he's looking at Walter a little bit concerned, and says, "You've teleported here. Do you need shelter?"
Just until the sun goes down, then I imagine we'll be returning to the resistance hideout.
I was just worried about our former hideout.
Yes. I suppose if you would like, please take a look at Rightful and ensure that he has not been damaged.
I'm not a specialist in those things, but it seems that the sword has been very well taken care of since its last visit.
Good. Then we'll just be resting here for a moment while the sun goes down, so that I can descend the mountain.
You hear a couple of monks raising their voices from outside, and you see a couple of the old heroes using their canes to exit to the courtyard. The sun is setting, but the sun should be done setting by now. It's been a few minutes, but the light doesn't seem to have the quality of light doesn't seem to coming through the windows of the monastery doesn't seem to have dropped.
Okay. So when I maintain my shield innately, I will cast with mana this time. Communication through essence.
You can't accumulate magic while you're maintaining an.
Maintaining?
Yeah, even while you're maintaining it, you you need a meta magic
Okay.
in order to be able to do that.
Okay. So I shut it down a bit,
Okay.
and so. Yeah. Okay. So I will cast it on intermediate level, and yeah. Also, I will say to Walter that, Walter, you might want to. I don't really know to say it, but like not be here.
Well, the only alternative is outside, and he's gonna
No,
peer
I
out the
meant
window.
like go to the deepest levels that you can find.
What's
It's
happening?
either this or there is a hero that is trying to do the thing with the gate. I forgot, but like, be on your guard.
Always am. What do I see outside?
Okay. You go out and you see that there's this very strange display of dancing lights above the monastery. It's not basically like it's this like weird type of like slow moving fireworks where once it's exploded it comes back into itself and it's very hypnotic. I'm gonna ask that you do a mystical or psychic resistance check against a difficulty of 120 in order not to be simply fascinated. A lot of the monks coming outside are being completely fascinated by this spectacle as well.
You said magic or psychic?
Magic or psychic, yes. It's 120, so you are so as you exit the building and start looking up, you're completely hypnotized. It takes a few seconds, and then the patterns of light start to take the shape of rifle, and it's just standing above the monastery, pointing down towards the monastery.
Oh, this is weird. Do you guys see this?
All of you see this as you like anyone, any of you who comes out sees this. It's just that both Avalby and Shadow are hypnotized by it.
Well, yeah.
So they don't answer you. They just
She was being like, obviously they can see it, but like,
Rifle. I also want you to, if you are connecting your senses
No.
with, you're not connecting
I
your
don't
senses.
have.
Okay,
Not right now.
he took them off to put voids.
that's fair.
Hello. I say to Aval and Shadow, this is really weird.
It's beautiful.
All
was gonna
the
say,
different
yeah.
colors.
Yes, but is this the monks doing? Are they trying to signal that they got rifle back? I don't know if that's the best.
Beautiful.
The like you see one of the monks wasn't fully dressed coming out into the courtyard to look at this and like basically one of the monks just has like a towel around his waist and he's coming as if coming out from a bath, and he seems to be immediately freezing with the cold, but still completely fascinated by the luminous display. So you don't like. None of them seemed to be too prepared for this entire thing.
Well, Bob's response is like, "You're a pervert," and teleports him back.
Okay. You. Okay. Yeah. You teleport the monk back. You're going to hear a confused yelp as the person regains their senses in whatever room you teleported them in out of
I
sight.
put him like the nearest door that we walked, like
Okay.
right at the entrance there, like Vince.
All right. But yeah, the person seems to be yelling confused. What the hell just happened? Where am I? Did I lose time? Apparently regaining his senses as soon as he's not staring directly into the luminous display.
You should stop being such a dirty old perverted mug. I yell at him.
What?
You're out here half naked, just staring into the.
You see the monk like opening the door and saying, "I won't let you insult me like this again." And like he sees the light that's on that everybody is staring at. He starts to look up and then he stops himself and he's like, "What is this thing? What is happening?"
I don't know. They did something. I didn't do this. But apparently, they got mind controlled or something. I don't
Head Monk Eli, come inside. Come. It's dangerous out here. It's this thing is mind control power. And like you see this monk pulling Eli inside, and like Eli seems to regain his senses as soon as he's out of sight of the giant floating sword. Yeah, you can only try to resist again once every time you get attacked. But I can't maintain it super long, so it actually disappears right around now. And all of your characters regain their senses.
What happened?
know. You tell me. He just stopped talking to me and just ignored me. Made me look like an idiot in front of this perverted man.
Walter, are you here? Walter. It's basically what Rifle has been doing the whole time.
Yeah. So, Walter, you regain your senses as well.
I look at Rifle and I look at the sky. So, forget what I said about the Valkyrie being thrown off our trail.
What happened?
I have no idea, but
Everybody
everybody else saw that, right?
You didn't forget the display at all. You remember what it looked like. You were just the only magical effect is that you couldn't like really take your eyes away. You were fascinated, but you remember exactly what happened.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I asked the monk if that's normal.
No, we've never had anything like this. It didn't even look like Hero's Gate opening.
Walter,
Yes.
it's either two things. I don't really know what happened. If it isn't Hero's Gate, it would have more likely be either the Valkyrie or something that Luthor puts on me while I didn't know anything about it.
I can't say what it was. It was an image of you hanging in the sky, a strangely hypnotic image of you hanging in the sky.
Hmm.
I have no idea who would have done.
Okay. Can I roll occults?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Would it be occult or magic appraisal to identify a spell?
I don't really care, but I want to keep my roll.
Okay.
For magic appraisal, you subtract 20.
Okay.
If you want.
Keep opening the roll, and
Yep.
I will tell you.
So it's either 265 or 285.
Okay. All right. Appearance of spells, magic ritual, magic appraisal. Okay, magic analysis. It is a spell of 70, meaning that it's an absurd check, and it's. Did you pass?
Well, with occults, yes, but not with.
Attempt. Okay. Blah blah blah. Allows spellcasters to conceal the supernatural powers. Blah blah blah. To conceal. Blah blah blah. Okay. The ability the ability may also be used to recognize spells and effects. The difficulty. Blah blah blah. If the spellcaster wishes to conceal the spell, uses an opposed ability to decrease the ability of the examiner. If you know the spell you're examining, you get a plus 40. As for magical objects, blah blah blah. Okay, no, you don't know. You know it's a you know it's a light spell. That's all you know.
Yeah. In fact, I know which spell it is, but like, no, I can't say it.
Yeah. So, what do you do now?
So, you.
Should we begin descending back down to meet up with the resistance?
I mean, we are with the resistance.
We can do that, but don't forget that I'm pretty much target for the Valkyrie, so be prepared for that.
I asked the monk if he knows any ways of dealing with that.
Valkyries?
Yes.
I'm afraid not. Is Valkyrie after you or one of your loved ones?
It's after the symbol of the resistance.
Oh.
Rifle.
Very worrisome.
Yeah. Well, at least we have him back for thanks to me.
I would suggest
and some help by my comrades.
I would suggest trying to kill it. Trying to kill the Valkyrie.
Do you think you would be able to help us in that?
He thinks about it, and he says, maybe someone here could. I can't personally get too involved in fights openly with the resistance because of my position that would compromise the sanctuary status of this place. But maybe some heroes could. I will ask.
Okay, thank you very much.
And like he waits for a second, he comes back and he says, "Actually, I'm not totally sure that those heroes can be trusted. A lot of them are grave robbers and the likes. They go around trying to get money by killing monsters and entering tombs and the likes. So the adventurers aren't always the most trustworthy kind unless you can pay them. If you'd like to hire some of the ones that are here, that might be an option."
I can give them powers beyond their imagination if they want.
I think we have some money left.
Do you? Okay. So the head monkey is going to go ask around. You can get different ventures working for you. It's going to cost you between 50 silver coins and 50 gold coins. So 1 gold coin, yeah. Blah blah blah. Okay, wait, where is it? Yeah. Between 50 silver coins and 50 gold coins, depending on who you want to hire per day. That's the figures that are reported back to you.
What do you think, Walter?
Walter is the one with the money.
I'm not the one with all the money. I don't really see the. Oh, we should hire anyone. No.
Okay.
They
I thought it'd be.
later. What?
I thought it'd be fun to have someone else around since Lucas.
I struggle to keep up with who we know already. I mean, if you want to hire someone, that's fine. I just don't know what would hire them for.
That's true. Think so. I tell the monk. I don't know if we have it in the resistance budget.
Quite understandable. In this case, I wish you good luck going back down the mountain.
Okay. Can I borrow a comfy seat to meditate first?
Of course, yes. You feel free to stay here as long as you'd like.
Oh, we can stay here as long as. I tell him, Walter and them, okay, so where do you guys want to go? Stay here.
Well, I'd rather not stay here, but I'm sure that we have some people to talk to. The Resistance Village on the mountain is gone, so... Where did they go, by the way? Do we know their new location, or do we just know how to contact the Resistance now through the people in town?
You don't know specifically where they moved, but you think you could ask either people in the monastery or else or in Crankfort and find out exactly where they moved. You know they're still somewhere on the mountain, just in a different hiding place.
Well, I say let's ask the people in Crankfort if we're gonna go that route, because I don't really think that we should be bothering these people up here.
Right. So
why don't we just go back to the sound?
To the what? You go back? Sorry?
Yeah, Walter, where do you want to?
I said I want to go back, but you are the one with the super teleporty powers.
Okay, I guess we are going back to the bar.
Okay, that was what I was going to do.
I'd rather not go to the bar.
Maybe just our home, our temporary home.
Oh, are we sure that hasn't been compromised?
No, but it has been compromised for quite some time, so I don't know why it would be more compromised now.
Okay, well, we'll go to our usual hideout after a minute.
Vand, make a magical resistance check, please.
This is where I can't use psychic at all.
No, it's magical resistance. Difficulty 180. Okay. All right. That is very far. Okay. So, all of you see Vand concentrating, preparing to teleport all of you, and then there's a bright flash of light, and Vand disappears.
What? I disappeared.
Yeah, you disappear. It's not. She didn't decompose into cubes like she usually does. She just poof, vanished in a flash of light.
Yep. Okay, Walter, do you tell me this or not?
Yes, I'll say.
Okay,
She's
so
gone.
this is
This has happened
definitively
before.
really. Yeah, but
Well, not like she's messed up before. Though usually she doesn't. She just starts bleeding when this happens.
okay. Yeah. No, with a flash of light, it's definitively the Valkyrie. I don't see why why in Frankfurt they both use light magic. It's not like like only light magic to try and get me back. This is the work of the Valkyrie. She's here somewhere around.
Oh, maybe it's Lou.
She's where right now?
I don't know. And I don't really have something. I mean, I can try to detect her, but that would use most of my powers, and if she tries to get me after that, I'm pretty much defenseless.
Alright. Well,
Shadow, make a notice check, please, and Rifle, make a magic appraisal check, please.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
The spell, the whatever was just cast on Van seemed to come from Walter.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I see anything magical on Walter?
You don't. You don't see anything magical on Walter.
Walter, what's going
Hey.
on with you?
nothing. Other than a bunch of strange things keep happening.
So Vand, you reappear in the middle of a desert. You're surrounded by dunes. It is very hot. The sun is the sun is like just striking your face and blinding you somewhat. And yeah, you're very far.
Is there anyone within a mile of me? Any active?
You detect insects, birds. You detect a group of goats in a nearby oasis, and within a mile, that's all you detect.
Okay, well, we teleport to the goat.
Okay. Go ahead and make your potential roll.
And this is self-teleport.
Okay. Yeah, you teleport to the goats. You're now within range, within 1 mile of a caravan that is nearby. You can sense a few
Human minds.
Yeah,
I can't.
Humanoid minds. Yeah.
How far are they from?
They're within a mile. So we're gonna see.
I try to teleport. Like maybe like 500 feet away.
Okay. So 500 feet away from them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Poof! You appear in a cloud of like sand as your like appearance just like moves the air that was around where you're currently standing, and you can see this caravan off in the distance, seemingly comprised mostly of dark elves.
Do they look evil?
Racist.
How do you tell if somebody looks evil? You don't have detect light and darkness.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay. From where I'm at, can I see anything other than their dark elves? Like, are they talking or anything? Can I hear them?
They, from the distance, they seem to be traveling peacefully from one part of the desert to another. They're all wearing those very dark clothes that seem like very heavy clothing for for people in the middle of the desert, and that's. And yeah, they have a couple of mounts, something similar to camels that are helping them carry their stuff across this desert land.
Okay, I kind of scream and say, "Hey, help!"
Okay. They see you and identify you as a human and draw their Gestalwood swords and start to come towards you.
Okay, okay, I raise my hand,
Okay.
make a peace process, and say, "I'm not an enemy. I don't want to fight. Please, I'm a civilian. I'm not a warrior of any sorts."
So the head dark elf points towards you and says, "Economus, Valadays!" And you do not speak the same language as this elf.
Okay. I nod. Is it? What are the other elves? Are they still walking?
Yeah, they're still walking towards you.
Well, I still have area up, so fuck high matrices.
Okay.
We're gonna do the Von mind control special.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your potential for this, and he. Right.
That should have been 30 higher.
Okay. Right. It's going to be okay. So some of them are going to be somewhat protected against this because there are some psychics in this group. Yeah. Gonna take a very short break here, and I will be right back.
Oh.
So, your characters are still at the temple, and Van has vanished. What do you do?
Alright, I go inside the temple and I meditate.
Okay.
Walter will just start searching the temple, expecting to find her unconscious somewhere.
Roll search.
If I open roll and get Zen, can I find her anyways? If I open roll and get Zen, can I find her anyways? 290.
You do not find Van anywhere in the monastery.
He will slowly make his way back to, Shadow's meditating, and no one else is here but me and the sword. I really wish she could talk to us with her mind.
Yup. Although she is kind of out of range of practically all of the possible powers right now. Okay, Vand, you just took control the mind of a few of the Dark Elves. Some of the other Dark Elves are not affected. Apparently, there are some telepaths among them who know how to protect their minds from what you just did.
I tell them, I'm sorry. Tell your friends, I'm sorry I took control of you, but I don't speak the. And see if they can relay that to them.
Okay, you mind control them into relaying the information. You see that the two Dark Elves within your area who are not affected grow very angry, and they're gonna start putting psychic shields on their friends to snap them out of your mind control. You see them like concentrating with their matrices to do that, but your message has been relayed.
I tell them, please stop. I do you guys speak the common tongue?
They do not seem to be stopping.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not gonna fight them yet. I'm just gonna start flying and take off high.
Okay. Go ahead and roll potential to start flying, and yeah, you just attempt to leave. Okay. So one of them is going to attempt to destroy your matrices as you are leaving. So go ahead and make a, I think it's a psychic resistance check. Okay. Destroy matrices. Okay. So, plus 140. 193. I can destroy matrices up to very difficult. Do you have any powers that is your mind control being maintained?
Everything is at 240.
Oh, okay. So it's 100 more than what I can destroy that. So basically, yeah, you are. It's not working. You are not getting the bonuses from the medallion right now because you're not on the mountain or.
Oh, never mind. It would be. That's minus 60. What? So.
Okay. So how much do you maintain that?
So I'd maintain everything at 180, which I don't remember what.
Yeah, it's still that's absurd. That's just above very difficult. So you are able to maintain that power despite the attempt to destroy it. You fly away. The more altitude the take, the.
Well, I was just gonna fly up a bit and still try to talk.
All right. Yeah. The higher you fly, the more you see that you're like in a vast expanse of desert. You've been teleported very far away from your point of origin, and you have no idea where you are on the map. You still try to talk to them. So using your mind control power, you are able to like get to get them to transmit what you want to say. What are you trying to tell them?
I don't want to fight you guys. I'm not gonna do anything. I will leave them back, or I will release control. If you can just answer a few of my questions.
All right. So one of the telepaths casts a telepathic power on you. Do you attempt to resist?
This is. Sure, I will resist.
Okay. Okay. you hear like an attempt, like basically you feel like there's a voice that's trying to like call from the inside of your skull, but you're thanks to your concentration, you're able to snuff it out before.
If it's okay, if it's just a voice, I will then allow it afterwards.
Okay.
I said I didn't know what you were doing. I'm sorry.
So the elf tells you. So the dark elf establishes a mental communication power with you and says, "How dare you, you insolent creature, try to control the minds of your betters? The Duxaris have been made into the perfect beings, and you have soiled our purity by attempting, by trying to control our minds. Our vengeance will be terrible."
God, is that how I sound?
You're like, yeah, I've kind of heard this. I know Shadow Dances in the.
You okay? So what do you answer?
Said, oh, well, I was just teleported here. I didn't know it would be such an offense to my. And then she kind of rolls her eyes better. I'm just trying to get back. Do you know where the city Crankford is, or how far I am from?
The dark elf says, "I will not answer you telepathically," and says, "Not answer your question. I will ask you once. Release my companions and surrender yourself, and your life might yet be spared."
How many do I see are not in my?
There's about 20 that aren't in your sphere that are just like trying to observe the situation from the outside, who seem to be more civilians. The 10 that are inside of your area are like the bulkier ones, the ones that seem to have more training.
Well, I mean, how many are not under my mind control?
20. But inside of your area, it's only 2.
I'm sure we could work something out. You see, I am also a teleporter, and I could easily teleport your whole caravan in a direction and make it much simpler for you if you were able to answer my question.
Roll persuasion. No,
Wow.
I don't trust you.
Okay, well, I don't know why you wouldn't. I haven't done anything to hurt you.
You're not of a trustworthy species.
I mean, I could easily say the same, but I haven't. I'm not that prejudiced.
Okay. So you see that like this person, while communicating with you, seems to be concentrating on and so is the other one. And the other one is slowly releasing more and more dark elves, thanks to mind shields, but doesn't seem to be able to maintain that many mind shields overall. So what do you do?
I will quickly. What is it? The read people's minds.
Okay. Go
Mental
ahead.
research to find out about any nearby settlements from one of the not freed ones.
Okay. Go ahead and roll mental research.
I plead to the pendant to help me to leave.
Yeah, since it's to go back to the mountain, and she will help you on that. Okay. You do hit one of those that hasn't been freed by the psychic shield
So
yet.
close.
So I get a resistance check of what's the difficulty?
Let me double check because I have 180 twice on this list. It's something.
It works. You are able to piece together that Crankfoot is some 5,000 miles away from you towards the northeast.
Oh no! I said if there was any nearby settlements.
As far as settlements go, you are deep inside of the Dalcreed Luxarist Empire. In fact, on the other side of the Dalcreed Luxarist Empire, in the desert that borders another one of the Dark Elves nations. Around you, you don't think there's any permanent settlements. As far as the person whose mind you've read, just a lot of nomads traveling around.
Okay, I will fly away.
Okay. We're going to cut back to the other player characters. You have not found Vand. It's been over an hour. Vand has not returned. What do you do?
You said over an hour?
Yeah.
And the Valkyrie isn't here. Well, Rifle will definitively begin to doubt that this is maybe not the Valkyrie. But yeah, he will keep his void shield on either way.
Okay. Walter, your group seems to be confused and waiting for something to happen. Did you make any decisions?
Walter will go to say, he will go and speak to the monks, and he will ask them if they could please keep a lookout. One of our number, Vond, has vanished, and she is well known for having some problems controlling her powers, and she might still be around or in the surrounding area, and that he is going to descend the mountain and see if perhaps she's in town where they intended to teleport unconscious.
All right.
And hopefully get some help there as well.
All right.
Wait,
The
Walter.
monks are going to keep a lookout, and they will. So in fact, some of them are going to leave the temple to try to look for Vand in the slopes of the mountain nearby.
Walter, who told you to bring me back?
Nobody specifically told me to. Well, actually, I believe it was Whisper, one of our informants, who told me that we needed to retrieve the emblem of the Resistance. Though, between the two of us, I wasn't fully intent on bringing you back so much as making sure that the Valkyrie didn't kill you. So, if you want to go back, excellent. If you don't, we can work
No,
something out.
I don't want to go back. My whole plan was to kill Luthor, and now that it's dead, I'm pretty much yours. But as I am the symbol of the Resistance, and you're describing me that the symbol in the sky looked like me,
Yes.
maybe, and just maybe, someone in the Resistance is trying to get me, to get some political advantage over the other faction.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Because if it is not the Valkyrie who did this, because, well, I don't really know why she wouldn't have attacked until now, but it would only make sense if it was another thing. Plus, the magic was coming from you, so
It was coming from me.
yeah.
I pat over my clothes and look through all my pockets.
Okay. There's nothing out of the ordinary in your pockets. Nothing that shouldn't be there.
These are clothes I've always worn. How is it coming from me? I don't have anything magical on me. Well, besides the rapier.
Mhm.
Well, if it is one of the members of the Resistance trying to get an edge, I doubt it'll be something significant. We're not
Well-
aligned with any of the factions, and we were the ones who grieved
That's
you.
pretty much the problem. We're not with any of the faction. That means that if something happened to us, no one will really care.
That's not necessarily true.
Yes, but it will be allies that care for you, not political ally. We do not have a faction to back us up.
Honestly, well, I guess Vaughn's not here anymore. Once we find Vaughn, I don't think that'll be a serious threat.
All right. Before you head down from the mountain, do you grab Shadow?
Yes, I would like to if he's not too busy meditating.
All right. You find Shadow meditating in one of the meditation rooms, along with a couple of other monks.
Okay.
Is meditation better here or just normal?
The soothing atmosphere would give you some bonuses if you were trying to achieve anything with meditation.
Oh yes, I was trying to recover key.
Oh yeah, but key recovery I don't think is influenced by surrounding areas unless one of the special artifact candles has been lit.
Okay.
I know that magic is influenced by areas that have a high magic concentration, and the monastery is definitely one such place. But key comes more from the inside than the outside.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So,
So Walter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will you be able to sprint for a long period of time so we can get back to the city?
Avubi, you might be muted.
I am muted. He'll say yes. I mean, I can sprint for a considerable time, but not perhaps at the degree that you're speaking of. I don't have quite the training I need them to do.
Well, I can make us a mount if you want.
You can make us a. Oh, the sword says you can make us a mount or something that I could ride to keep up with you.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Alright. Alright, Shadow wants to move fast rifle, so he says let's go with that.
Okay. But I would need corpses to do it. Yep.
I don't think you're getting any corpses here.
I think we can try.
I will go
I
and
mean,
I will
last
ask
time-
the head monk. Are there any corpses here that have been buried with intent for resurrection for the Vatala armies?
No corpses here, unfortunately. All corpses are... when somebody dies here, they're either brought down to the crypts upon which Craigford was built, or sent to... or their bodies, if they have entered the Heroes' Hall, are become sacred relics that summoners can use to call forth these mighty heroes. So unfortunately, no corpse. Those corpses are split into pieces for summoners of the Resistance to use. You will not find anything, any body here that can be used in such a way.
Sorry, well, I
I'm
guess we're
useless.
just running. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to run it like normal people, rival. Anyways, I can keep up with you for a time, but I don't know if I'll be able to keep up the entire way back.
We can just run at your speed.
Okay.
You have Rusty Sword.
Do I have what?
You have Rusty Sword.
I have I have 2 swords.
The rusty one.
No.
Oh, rifle's polished and everything now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, he's the Rusty Sword.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're confusing me there. Yeah, I mean, I'm holding him, so yeah. Let's go. Now let's see how long I can run.
Yeah. How long can you run?
I have good athleticism and lots of fatigue.
Okay.
So really long for a normal person.
Oh, I'm fine with running at your regular.
Okay.
Won't
So
die on the way down speed.
so how long before you start spending fatigue?
Let me take a look at the big list of things.
Which big list of things? There are so many big lists of things in this game.
This game is a big list of big lists of things.
That is the best description of Anima that I have ever heard. It is also very, very accurate.
I'm almost there, I think. That is... there we are, okay. So, at running speed, it will be 10 minutes before I take my first fatigue. So I can run for an hour, an hour and 10 minutes before I feel tired at speed 8.
Okay. You are going to get through a large portion of the mountain, and actually within sight of Crankford through the billowing steam that's coming out of it. But before you start getting tired,
I can run 21 miles before I get tired.
Halve that because it's difficult terrain with on the mountain.
So almost 11 miles, 10.75 miles.
Okay. Now you are, okay. Have you spent any fatigue, or you have spent?
By the time I have run to 11.75 miles, I will have spent 6 fatigue.
Okay. All right. In this case, you're currently at 5 points of fatigue. And that is around when you all see sort of a shadow passing above you, turning around and then landing nearby. The shadow is projected by this gigantic purple bird, and grasping the bird. Grasped in his talons is your sister. Emilia Galmore, who is going to land on the on the snow-covered slope, not far from where you're currently standing, and she makes the giant creature, the giant bird that was with her disappear with a gesture, and she starts walking towards you, saying, "We don't have much time. The Valkyrie is coming." What do you do?
I'm sorry, who is this?
This is my sister.
This is Emilia Galmore. She's the one who offered to have.
Yes.
She's the one who offered you to get a pet bird, a smaller version of the one that she just rode in on, to follow you in order to be onto you in order to spy on whatever you were doing, so that she could take the hit once the Valkyrie arrived.
Well, we're not close enough to the city, so I guess this is good a battlefield as any. Rifle, do you have anything that you would like to cast in preparation for a fight with a Valkyrie?
I can boost you up and give you lots of endurance and physical. I just don't want to say fatigue points.
Okay.
But I can give you back your wings or things like that.
I don't think.
You see Emilia summoning one of her purple crows in her hands. Now only only Shadow is able to see this with your ability to see supernatural creatures, and the crow is going to pluck out one of its own feathers, and you see that it's starting to bleed just a little bit, this sort of like strange blood, and within a few seconds it quacks and transforms into a fully visible and material larger bird, looking like this, more like an ostrich than the crow that you were seeing before. And this ostrich is going to start casting a few spells. It casts a creation shield on Walter. Yeah, it's casting a defensive shield on Walter.
Why is everybody always casting shields on me? I don't have a shield anymore.
Yeah, you don't have another shield at the moment. You can see, all of you can see the larger version of the bird appearing, and Emilia is pointing lower in the slope, saying she's going to be coming this way. I've seen her, and she's used her powers to take control over a group of 10 zombies. Nothing we shouldn't be able to handle.
And, Rifle, don't worry about giving me wings. That didn't work very well last time on a windy mountainside.
Okay. What would you like?
I feel fine.
Really?
If there's something you want to use, then use it. But if not, feel free to conserve the magic for yourself.
Okay. Okay, so at least I will use... Yeah, I will use Share Senses at intermediate difficulty.
Okay. With whom?
Oh, Walter.
Okay.
Very good. I know what it feels like to be a sword.
Yep. And that's pretty much all,
Okay.
I think. Else, if I can feel some corpses or things like that, maybe, but not really.
So you start to share senses with Walter. You're able to see Walter's sister is present here, and yeah, it's all kind of weird because she seemed to know exactly where you were.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And as you bunker down and prepare for a fight, the night grows darker, and through the slopes of the mountain, you're going to hear the crunching of many feet, and you're going to see this group of zombies behind which stands the Valkyrie. And just before this fight can start, we are going to end it here for today. It's been lovely playing with all of you, and hopefully next time we can conclude this adventure in a way that is fitting for everyone. I hope. I know that one of you had an idea of what exactly the Galmore family is up to with this entire scenario. You partly resolved it. I think Tez is the one who said something as to like what Lady Galmore was trying to get at, but we didn't really expand on this. I hope the revelations that have to do with the Galmore family are going to be as exciting for you as they have been for me next time.
Next time.
I hope everybody had fun once again in our little game of Anima.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it was super fun.
I'm sorry for teleporting you so far away.
Well, I mean, I also had the possibility to teleport 6,000 miles this
Ooh.
round, or this game.
Okay.
We
So-
could have just left
so-
this all behind.
So maybe if you open roll again, you could just reappear during the fight, which would be nice. It would mean you wouldn't have to spend the next combat just not being there, but you'd have to make like a teleportation roll every turn until you made it back to the crank.
How long have I been gone?
About an hour. So you like I could give you like 2 rolls, a roll with an hour of concentration to start off with at the start of the next game, if you want. Maybe 2. Actually, you'd been gone 1 hour by the time that they'd make the first check. But by the time that they left. So, real quick, Avalby, how long would it have taken for you to have spent 6 points of fatigue?
It would have taken 60 minutes exactly, so a full hour.
Okay, so next time you can write it down, Van. You'll have 2 rolls that you can make with the 1 hour of concentration modifier to get back to Crankfort, and then after that it's just going to be whether or not you open roll if you don't succeed within that time. Sounds good?
Decent chance I could get Zen again if I use all my power points since I've been gone.
Okay. If that's what you want to try to do to get back, then we can start off the next session with you appearing in the sky right as the Valkyrie is about to attack. Yeah. All right. So, nice interpretation today. 20 experience points. Difficult actions. Yes. Getting into that manner and accepting it, plus getting the Necronomicon, and yeah, so that's that brings you to 30 points. Good ideas or plans. You had a pretty nice plan going in. So I'm gonna give. So that's gonna bring you to 35. To teleporting the manor with you was also an idea that was like pretty solid in terms of like what it could do. It brings you to 40. Okay, 4-hour sessions, that it brings you to 52. 52 experience points for everyone.
That's a lot of EXP. I only get 50 though.
Alright, I'm gonna stop the recording now and give you Elan.
Okay.
Hi everyone, and thank you for watching this video. If you want to keep up with all of the adventures on this channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell button so you can get a notification each time we upload the next episode of this story. And it would be very nice of you to like and share the video to help this channel grow. Have a nice day everyone.